All right. Let's go. Let's We're gonna now. Okay. Stop my recording. How is everyone doing today? It's a lovely Wednesday. Very humid, not 100 degrees here. QOD today, favorite ice cream flavor. Mary, Rocky Road and Chocolate Chip Mint. Kirsten, Renee, Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough or Cookies and Cream. Nikki, Rocky Road. Celine, Butter Pecan. I'm with you there, Butter Pecan. Caden Thunder is with you there too, Butter Pecan. It's our old man ice cream flavor. Shanna, Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough. Cookie Dough's that's a common one. Yeah. By my sign name, am I early? Yes, you are. We just started like a minute ago. Shaz, A-Flower, good to see you guys here. Taylor, Ben & Jerry's Netflix and Chilled. I have not tried it. Jennifer, Rocky Road, Mungow, Peppermint. Kara, basic, like vanilla or raspberry ripple. I feel like vanilla's basic, but raspberry ripple, that's not a basic one. Pomoni. Never heard of it, Nugs Dogs. Never heard of it. Emmy Lou, Cookie. Ooh, Nerdy Awen. Vanilla and butterscotch topping. Piotr, good to see you. Good to see you. Did you get your stickers? Wolfie, hey. Kid Thunder. Oh, birthday cake. Ice cream is good? Yeah. Am I playing Baldur's Gate? No. No. Honeycomb. Didn't know that was a flavor. Chelsea says pralines and cream. Oh, that's a good one too. Pralines and cream is a damn good one. Very good one. Frankie J's mama. Brenda Bell has arrived. Wavy gravy. What is in wavy gravy, Kathy Joe? I gotta know. It's not gravy, surely. I'm super surprised nobody said ranch yet. Nobody said ranch flavored ice cream. Somebody did? Oh, snap. The rest of the office is just like, no. Louise in Scotland, good to see you here. Taylor Ashley says it's peanut butter ice cream with pretzels, swirls, and fudge. Oh, yeah, I could get down with that. I could definitely get down with that. Peanut butter core. Ooh, Lisa, that sounds good. That sounds very good. Yeah, Jess the Artist up in the house today. Hey, we've got some artwork from Jess the Artist featured back here. This dude. Whoop. I'll have to show you again when the QOD's not covering the screen there. Mountain Blackberry Revel, that sounds good. I really want ice cream now. Tablet ice cream is the best. Exhausted Parent ice cream. It has bourbon and espresso. I'll be damned, that's an actual thing. Wow. Coffee or Tillamook peanut butter. The right stuff. That sounds good too. Gosh dang. Ben & Jerry's fish food ice cream. Oh, the chocolate bits and marshmallow. I'm not a marshmallow fan. I don't know why. I've just never had a marshmallow thing. Hey, while our QOD is going on and everybody's showing up here, welcome. By the way, welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday to you. We have our first goal of 2.5K lightning bolts to bring none other than Candy Thunder on the stream today. She is here. And we have a VIP sub goal of 550. We passed 500 last week. Now we're on to 550. We're still rocking and rolling there. Tie between cookie dough and cookies and cream, Nisi. I feel it. Twinkle Says, Frankie J's Mama Shaz, Chelsea Stevens, Leanne, Marie, Piotr, Twinkle Says again, Chelsea, Pam, Kristen Museum Girl, Jennifer. Thank you guys so much for sending those gifts through. Janine, Emmy Lou, Kristen again, Piotr, Sapic Angel, Jennifer, Tia, Candy, Thunder, Tony Spark, A-Flower, Katso, Mary Wolfie, Shaz. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate it. Dread Zone, DQ Mud Pie. There you go. Salted Caramel Cluster, Stephanie Renee. Oh. Salted caramel. I can get down with pretty much anything salted caramel. Jess says cookie dough ice cream. It's a common one. That is a common one. Pineapple Sprite. Caden Thunder. That's a thing. Interesting. Dorothy, working from home today, taking a 5-minute break for ice cream now? Heck yes. Wait, were you already doing that? And then it was just serendipitous that this was the QOD? Or did the QOD make you think of ice cream and you're like, hey, I have some. I'm going to go grab it. Piotr, yeah, you bet. Oh, yeah, it was right. That's right. It wasn't stickers. Nikki, salted caramel tricks? I have not. Elena, Thunder Bay Thunder family, good to see you here. Brown bread ice cream is nice. Dang. I feel like we got to get some ice cream tonight now. I feel like we got to do it. We just got to do it. All right, we're going to go ahead and kick this thing off today. Welcome, everyone. So glad to have you here. Coming up, we have stories about family vacation drama, roommate drama, wedding drama, airplane etiquette, and of course, we have cake stories and a story reading by Tony Spark. Heck yes. Stay tuned. We have more drama than a family reunion coming right up. As I mentioned a minute ago, our first goal today is 2.5K lightning bolts to get Candy Thunder out here. You ready, Tater? Tater's ready. I got the thumbs up. Tater is ready. Likes goal today is like it was last week. We're at 750K. We made that last week and ended up ranking in the top 50. Can we do it again today? It's your decision. That's your show. Just tapping on the screen to like it does that. Also, sharing the live is a huge deal for us. It is a big help. Thank you so much for doing that. Any kind of engagement you can give us on any of our content is a big deal. So thank you so much. The Dusty Thunder podcast with guest Tony Spark is up on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and all the other podcast audio channels. If you haven't watched it yet, you got to. There's some great stuff there. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you go subscribe on the YouTube channel. We have a bunch of content there that never makes it over to TikTok, so you definitely want to check that out. Also, this is back today. The Wheel of Thunder is back again this week. Top 10 gifters and 4 members of the Storm, 2 new and 2 existing, will go on the wheel at the end. We'll spin it during the VIP live and message the winner. If you are in the U.S., you will receive all 3 sticker bundles that we have. If you are not in the U.S., we'll send you a discount code that you can use in the swag shop. Remember today, as we go through our goals, do not feel obligated or pressured to gift. The gift goals and rewards are all for fun. We appreciate every like, share, and gift. Just know that if you are gifting, it is actually helping us expand our team and create jobs. So it's not just vanishing in thin air. It is going to good use. Today's sub goal is 550. We'll be doing a sub only live today with Candy and Tony. And you have a story queued up for us to read in the VIP live today, right? And it will not be posted after. So if you are there for the VIP live, you're going to get a story that no one else will ever hear. So if you have been thinking about becoming a TikTok sub, today's a great day to do it. If you're already one, make sure to renew those subscriptions to keep access to those perks like the VIP Facebook group. Also, big announcement, next Wednesday is Candy Thunder's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Next week. Happy birthday. And it's also a day before the 1-year anniversary of us starting this channel. So next week is going to be big time celebration live stream. You do not want to miss that. We also have some extra content, some new kind of content that we'll be releasing next week as part of that celebration. So it is next Wednesday, Crash Cart Ronnie. Next Wednesday. Mayflower, you can't stay awake for the sub live? That's okay. It's okay. It's been a year. Yeah, no thanks. It's been a year. Hit the goal already? Holy cow. Hey, yo, look at that. Candy Thunder can come over and talk about her upcoming birthday celebration. Someone is asking, Mary is asking what your favorite cake is and asked if they could order it and have it delivered to you. Hey-o, I like that idea. Let me get some thanks in here real quick. It shows we're at 2475 on my end here. So, oh, nope, we're there. We just have a little bit of a lag. Let me get this back up. We'll get some thanks and we'll bring Candy Thunder on. Jenny Sue, Sir Gotham Knight, Angel, thank you so much. Sayedi, we've got Pam K, Alina Cameron, Emma Vasallo, we got Sappy Angel, DB Sender, Big Mama TS, Piotr, L McKenzie, T Hef, Hazel Love, Econ Laura, Lynette Alondra, Valeria Colin. We've got Gibby66, Candy Thunder, Tony Spark, Nakano Kirishima, Twinkle Says, Tabitha, Brenda Bell. We've got Caitlin Lane, Black Wolf, Shaz, Chelsea Stevens, AK Mary, Cat Love Dogs 2, Jess Corner Crafts, Krista Museum Girl, Caitlin Kiersted, and Flower Girl 77. Thank you guys so much. Let me get the next one set up, and then we will bring her right on. The next one will unlock a Caden Thunder appearance. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. That one was easy to find. Thank you for that, Tony Spark. And let me get the number set up in here. Boom. Okay. Next one to set up and rocking and rolling is 1.5K Tiny Dinies. Ladies and gentlemen, Candy Thunder. Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder. It's all you. Step right up.
No, don't leave.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Don't leave me.
Yes, Mungao, the lightning bolt goal was hit very, very fast. Very, very. So what is favorite cake flavor?
Vanilla.
Vanilla?
Vanilla with like caramel, something.
Post-COVID?
Yes,
okay.
Post-COVID. Yeah, I used to love like chocolate, like really like big layered chocolate cakes, like
the chocolate
fudge.
wave?
Yeah, like the fudge frosting in between, but they just don't taste quite right.
Was the Chocolate Thunder from Down Under, was that the brownie one at Outback? Okay.
We had the chocolate tower.
The tower.
The chocolate tower from Outback used to be so good.
Yes.
And thank you guys for the birthdays. Thank you. Birthday wishes.
Next week is going to be fun, and we've had this discussion because the live is actually on Candy Thunder's birthday. I'm like, it would be weird to make it about the 1 year content anniversary for this channel. It's got to be a celebration for Candy Thunder.
No.
Hey, Gabby joined the storm. Welcome to the fam.
Death by chocolate cake. Yes, ooh. That's what we're talking about. Those used to taste so good to me. Like with the raspberry like sauce on it. Oh, so good.
There are even some things now that will look good to her and would normally taste good to her, and she'll go ahead and get and then try one bite and be like, nope, you can't do it.
So if it's made with like cocoa powder, I can like still do it. But when it's made with like a dark chocolate or like a semi-sweet chocolate, like it tastes wrong. There's something bad about it. But dirt cake is what we're doing for our family party this weekend.
I keep thinking about this, and we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet, but now's the perfect time. We need to find out when your mom is making the dirt cake.
No, we are. I already talked to her. We're going to film the video. Yes.
We're finally going to do it.
You'll get to meet my mom. So we're definitely going to film it at our house on Friday, I think. So.
Oh, and you talked about doing the behind the scenes thing where it's like, we have the normal family kitchen, and then you clean everything out of it and shove it in the other room to make it look all sleek and sexy, and then show the behind the scenes. That's all the cluttery crap.
Our house is not modern. It's not sleek and sexy. It's lived in and it's loved, and Navy Thunder's crap is everywhere.
It's destroyed on the daily by
Navy
Thunder.
I posted a picture yesterday, and it was Lightning McQueen was just sitting in the background. Like it was just so funny. He's and perfect. Chilling. Yeah, it was cute. Which,
by the way, every time she hears, when we're on a walk and she hears a loud car drive by, like out in the distance, she goes, McQueen? Is it McQueen? Yes, it's McQueen.
Yes, all the loud cars are Lightning McQueen. Okay. First story. It's time.
First story. Let's rock and roll. All right. Okay. I love you.
Bye,
see you in a minute. All right. Thank you guys so much for helping make that happen. Love having Candy Thunder on here. Of course. Okay, we're going to go ahead and dive into our first story of the day here. This is a follower submission, and OPs, we did email you again to let you know that your story is up on deck today. If you are in chat and you want to claim your story, you know what to say. Let us get started here. First story of the day is, am I the astronaut for leaving my family vacation early? I, 27 female, am the new mom to a beautiful 10-month-old boy. My parents and siblings scheduled a road trip that landed us 13 plus hours away from home. When we learned of the dates, we knew that my husband, 27-year-old male, had a scheduling conflict and would not be able to attend. I expressed concern to my family that taking a 10-month-old baby that far away without his dad would be extremely challenging. I'm an avid traveler, and my husband and I have taken him on trips before, but these trips didn't require much time in a car, and were planned with flexibility and my son's best interest in mind. My parents and siblings assured me that they would do whatever it takes to help with my son and for the trip to go smoothly. I've never had the greatest relationship with my family. My siblings are several years younger than me, and I've always felt like the third parent instead of the oldest child, as I grew up having to be responsible for them in odd and end ways. I also work from home and had several more hours I needed to get done for the week, so I said I'd need help with my son in the car so I could finish up work, so I could get paid and provide for my family, to which they agreed. When we got there, the trip was a disaster. My son wasn't doing well with long car rides. My family was blowing everything out of proportion, and they basically all gave up once it got hard, which happened very fast. Not only that, but they were struggling to meet their own needs too. So like always, I was picking up the slack for them while also trying to work and take care of my son without my husband. I finally hit a breaking point. We had taken 2 vehicles, and I asked if I could take one of them with just me and my son so we could go home, and that's what we did. Part of me feels bad. I know my mom especially wanted to just have a good family getaway. They've been helping us some financially, as my son has unfortunately already had a hospital visit in his short lifetime. So I felt obligated to at least give this weekend a try. But everything that could go wrong did. And I felt like leaving was what was best for me and my son. We're only 4 hours away from home now, spent a majority of overnight driving and making progress. And he's behaved and slept so much better already. Am I the astronaut? Question here was, am I the astronaut for leaving my family vacation early? Mary says, vanilla and salted caramel Candy Thunder. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. What are the ages of the siblings that they couldn't help? They didn't get into ages of anybody else there. It's pretty much just Opie is 27. They have a 10-month-old boy, and everybody else in the picture was no help at all. Your baby is more important than the holiday, Bunny says. Agreed. Wolfie, given the NTA. Classic Anime Queen, given the NTA. Pam K as well. Christmas Museum Girl, hope she doesn't get guilted into going again. Good point. I think everybody who has parenting experience here is like immediately NTA. NTA, you have to prioritize your child first, and especially if you are put into a situation where not only is it more difficult to care for your child, but it's more difficult to care for your child because you're having to pick up the slack for other people as well, and they had agreed to pitch in and help you but aren't doing it. It's the reverse of the agreement that's happening. Screw it. Like, no. And no one can say shit about this. They can't fault you for this. They can't be mad about this. You are doing what's best for your child. Even if they had been pitching in, even if everything was going well, it would have been totally fine for you to leave if you felt like that was the best thing to do for your child. It's 10 months old. That's tough. That's tough. And you know what? We had a scenario where we went to St. Louis Cardinals baseball game. It was going to be Navy Thunder's first time staying in a hotel room, and we brought the pack and play. And we were like, we're going to roll the dice and see what happens. We ended up leaving at like 4 or 5 a.m. and just driving our butts home because it just was not going to happen. And when you have a kid that young, you got to be ready to do that. You got to be ready to call audibles when it's needed. Sayeti Paddock subscribed for the first time and became a member of the Storm. Welcome to the fam. There was another one up here. Julia with us for month 2 in the Storm. Heck yes. Heck yes. And Gabby. Oh, Gabby we mentioned earlier. Yes. Oops, sorry. Bumping the microphone here. Yeah, that's an NTA. Also, you can hear Candy Thunder hacking up in the background over here. She's dealing with a little bit of a bug. Hopefully it's gone by your B-Day. Hopefully. Hey, as a reminder, we've got the goal of 1.5K Tiny Dinies to get Caden Thunder on screen here. He got his hair cut again today. He's been primping. He's ready for you. He's ready. He is ready. Becky says, how do I post my story to your channel, please? Can you let me know? Yeah, actually, if you go to the Linktree link that is in our bio on every single platform or channel that we have on every platform, one of the top links up there will be submit your story, and it will take you to the dusty-thunder.com website, which has a submit your story button on it, and you can submit through there. That's probably the best way to send it through. You can also post it on the Dusty Thunder subreddit too, and that has the added benefit of getting people who are part of that community jumping in and giving you some feedback before we even ever get our hands on it. So both of those work. Love only, your birthday was yesterday. Happy flipping birthday. Sorry we missed you. No thanks, became a member of the storm. Welcome to the fam. Love the name, by the way. No thanks. Emperor Charles the Great, good to see you here. It's going well. It's going really well. Audio issues on some people's end. Lost audio. If you encounter something weird like that, backing out and jumping back in, backing out of the app and jumping and reopening it seems to work pretty well for people. We're at 885 of the 1.5K right now to bring Caden Thunder out. And he's always excited. He really enjoys doing this kind of thing, don't you? Yeah. He has a fun time. You might not be able to tell by the level of excitement he displays when he gets on camera, but that's his max level of excitement. Never seen him really get crazy exciting. What'd you say? Smiling on the inside, he says. 400 to go. Hey, if you have not done so yet, please help us out by sharing the live. It helps get us in front of more people. Liking the live is a big deal, too. We're 14% of the way there for the goal of 750,000 likes, which did get us ranked. It's not based on likes, though, right? But getting in front of other people, it does help with that. Sharing it helps with that as well. And all of that goes towards helping us get to the rankings. So, Paula, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the love. Thank you so much for the shares, guys. Rook, Gabby, Sayedi, Japendria. We've got Miss HH, Natalie, Kristen. Thank you guys so much. Savannah, about to change my guinea pigs' names from Mario and Luigi to Dusty and Thunder. If you do it, you got to send us a pic. There's a dog named Dusty Thunder out there too. It's super cool. Therese, Terry, Louise, Sammy Baby, thank you guys so much for sharing. Amy Lou, Rook, Allie, Oogly Boogly, cool name. Rosie, Emperor Charles the Great, Stephanie, Jasper, JD, thank you guys so much. Fiona, Vicky, Zelina, Jean, Teddy Trek, thank you so much for the shares there as well. Classic Anime Queen, Bunny, see you around there. Around, Twinkle Saz, you as well. Candy Thunder, Emmy Lou, user 973, Tony Spark, Tina Nell, Tears Mom, Jill, TLS, Jennifer, Ashley. Thank you guys so much for sending the gifts through. Greatly appreciate that. We'll go ahead and dive into our second story while we're in progress for this second goal here, and we'll keep pushing forward. All right. Oh, Rook, yeah. We still have done very little pushing on Twitch to get that thing built up. We will eventually. Wolfie, your rescue's named Dusty? Heck yes. All right, we're going to dive into our second story here real quick. This story is another follower submission, and it is, Am I the Astronaut for not sharing my snacks with my roommate's kid? My friend, 32 male, call him Chase, has been renting a room for me, 29 female, and my husband, 31 male, for a couple of months now. My husband is currently unemployed due to personal circumstances, so I am the only income for the two of us. Chase has an 8-year-old son that comes and stays with him one night every other week or so. Chase and his ex are on good terms, and Chase goes over there to spend time with the kid often. When Chase first moved in, he was door dashing to make ends meet, so husband and I agreed to a pretty low rent, and I provided all of the food for the three of us. Chase has since gotten a decent job and is making enough to pay for his own expenses as well as chip in on food expenses. When Chase's son comes over, he eats everything in sight. For example, all but 2 of a 12-pack of cookie snacks, 4 of 6 snack pack puddings, 8 cheese sticks, and 6 of 12 Go-Gurts, all in one 24-hour period, and that does not include his meals, which he eats as much as any of the adults, if not more. How old was this kid? 8. Yep. Oh, just wait, it gets worse. These snacks, it gets worse with the amount the kids eat, not the story. I don't know. These snacks are all things that husband or I bought with the intention that it would last a couple of weeks in our house of 3 adults. The first visit, I ignored it because we're all still getting used to each other. The second visit, I brought up the amount of sugar the child was intaking and was ignored. The third visit, I asked Chase to be more aware of what his son eats and was again ignored. Before the fourth visit, I sat down with Chase and told him that it really bothered me and was hurting me financially because husband and I are just surviving on my income and the rent Chase pays is minimal. So we don't have the money for a child that we are not responsible for to be eating a week or more worth of snacks in one day. So today is the 4th visit, and Chase took me seriously this time and bought snacks for the child before he was brought to the house, and brought food from his ex for the child's dinner. About 20 minutes before Chase started making dinner, the child asked for some of the brownies I bought that were on the counter. Chase told him to eat the snacks that were bought earlier in the day for him, and the child started crying that he was hungry and didn't want the other snacks, but wanted the brownies, and came to me to beg for brownies, so I said no. So am I the astronaut for not sharing my snacks with my roommate's kid? That one's a little bit complicated, right? Teddy Drake, does his mother not feed him? I'm sure this is less of a matter of hunger. I don't think this is a matter of hunger. I think with kids, I'm sure it's always been like this, but we notice it more now. I think when kids get bored, their first reaction is to snack. So it's not hunger driving it, it's boredom. And when it's boredom, they get really picky because they don't have to eat right then. It's not hunger driven. It's not an I'm going to eat anything in sight thing. It is I'm bored. I want something really good. And if there's a choice, if in front of me, I can see, the snacks that I said I wanted earlier that I picked out, or these brownies that I didn't know existed, I'm probably going to say that I want those. And when it comes to no, he starts crying not to his dad, but going over to OP here and trying to guilt her into making it happen, which may be an experience that he has with his mom where it works there. Who knows? But NTA, let me flip back from this. NTA. Jockland, you say, as an adult, I snack because I'm bored too. A lot of us do. It's a normal thing when you snack when you're bored. And I think it's just one of those things that you have to monitor and keep an eye on as a parent and be like, hey, number one, I think I'm going to try to help my child become aware that they're snacking or eating because they're bored, not because they're actually hungry. And if they are actually hungry, they're going to eat what you give them. And you have an opportunity to make things more nutritious when you do that. Also, not OP, but the dad here has an obligation to make sure that there are healthier snacks around. If he is going to boredom eat, identify the boredom, say, let's make you not bored. Let's do something. Or if he is going to snack, make sure it's a healthier alternative here. OP, you're not the asshole at all. I mean, ultimately it's the dad's job to say no. And he did. And you reinforce that. And that is what a parent would want you to do, like to back them up. If they had caved and you had negated what he said, then there's a whole new problem. And then it becomes, what's the word I'm looking for? Then it becomes an authority issue because you've negated his authority. And you didn't. You backed him up. So I think you did the right thing here. 100%. Cindy Lou, OP is NTA, but should keep healthy snacks in the home. So dad should keep healthy snacks in the home. If he has the means to do that now and provide for his kid, it's his responsibility to keep the healthy snacks for the kid in the home. Anything else that's there, they're just going to have to understand that it's not for him. Now, OP, what you can do to make this easier is not put them out right in front of him, right? Like if he's coming over, put it away, at least in the beginning, while he's being trained to make healthier choices or trained that this stuff is off limits. It's a lot easier if it's not right in front of them. Tara and Justin, did OP say that they were feeding dad too in the beginning? Whenever prior to him having a better job and being able to pitch in more, in the beginning they were. Tara, yeah, in the beginning they were feeding everybody in the house. Now he pitches in more, but it's still. Crash Cart Ronnie says the kid needs to learn the word no. Sometimes they can't always have what they want. Who can afford that? Yes, agreed. Learning no is a big part of what needs to happen here. And I don't know how freshly separated dad and mom here are in this situation, but sometimes it's a tough thing for a single parent to learn and enforce, right? And sometimes parental guilt comes into that too. If they feel guilty because they don't get to see them as much or because they're separated or whatever it is, then they may be more likely to let them do crap they wouldn't otherwise do. NTA. Danielle, I don't think hiding the snacks will fix the problem, but in the beginning, as he's being trained to make those right decisions, or if they're trying to address the boredom first, I do think hiding the snacks in the beginning of that will help ease into that process and help it get started. Then reintroduce them as you try to reinforce the decision making, right? It's like, okay, we've learned, number one, when you go look for snacks, you're going to ask yourself if you're bored, and that's what the issue is, and then choose something different. If it is that you actually want to eat something, you're going to choose the healthier snack. And once that pattern is developed, then you can introduce more temptations because it's like a test and you're reinforcing that and you're strengthening that skill. Laura JP, Tony Spark, Emmy Lou, Lacey Lax, JP, thank you guys so much. Candy Thunder, of course, Emmy Lou, Justina, Jennifer, Allie, JP, thank you guys so much for the gifts. We're at 1174 of 1500, so we're getting close to bringing Caden Thunder in here. Walter Nitty says, if he can't see it, he can't ask for it. That's where I'm at. And in just the beginning, it's not going to fix the core problem, but it is going to make it easier to get started in the right direction here. Like you have to look at this process of baby steps. Because like the whole blitzing, this shock to the system thing, like you're going to learn the hard way and you're going to learn fast. You can go that route. It's just going to be more painful for everyone involved. If you tiptoe this direction and you focus on small wins, small progress, I think it's going to be easier. I'm not an expert in this. I just have the feeling that it would be easier to win those small battles. Tia, I used to hide my snacks in my Master Chief helmet. and heck yeah, by the way. But also it autocorrected to snakes. So it says I used to hide my snakes in my Master Chief helmet, which is even more impressive. There's a snake in my helmet. And that's all children need to learn not to eat other people's food. And that's part of the problem here is that he's doing this when he comes to see his dad. This is where his dad is living right now. So the kid doesn't know. He knows it's food. He doesn't know who bought what, who provided what. That's part of the thing where I think it's easier to keep it away, not in front of them in the beginning. And Dorothy, heck, I hide some treats from myself. Do you ever hide a treat from yourself thinking, I'm going to save that for a really special time? And then Candy Thunder's already shaking her head, yes. Like that last cosmic brownie that you're like, I'm going to save for this special time. And then like a week later, you're like, damn it, where did I put that? She said I ate it during the Monday Live. I wasn't speaking specifically about something. I just as an example. Elena, she says, I found decades old chocolate bars in my office. Real quick, funny story. Hold on. Were you saying something?
I found that chocolate bar that was like a really expensive, nice one.
Yes.
Like, oh, this is yours. And we found it, and then I looked at it, and it expired 2 years ago.
Yeah. So she found a very bougie chocolate bar in our pantry that expired 2 years ago. And that relates to this story too. There was Tony Spark and I were headed back from some event. Huh? I don't even remember what it was. So we were, okay, I know what you're saying now. So we were headed back to the office from some event meeting thing that we had to go to, and had stopped at this convenience store, and I had grabbed it's a Nutty Buddy, I think is what it is, the Little Debbie like Nutty Buddy, like the wafer peanut butter chocolate covered things. I had grabbed one of those and walked it up to the front, and it was this Russian gal who was working up at the counter, and she looks at it and she flips it over and looks at the expiration date, and she's like, "Oh, this expired. I will go get you a new one." And I'm like, okay. And then she comes back, and it's like the whole box was expired, and she was complaining about it still being sitting out there. And I'm like, it's maybe not that big of a deal. And she's like, "Oh, expired chocolate, you eat 30 minutes dead. 30 minutes gone." And I'm like, I don't know that that's actually accurate, but she was adamant. She's like, 30 minutes, 30. You want to be sneaky about something, give them expired chocolate. 30 minutes, gone. I'm like, okay, all right then. And then she says, beer, even worse. Beer, expired beer? Yes. I go, wow, learned a lot today. Learned a lot. So anytime we find expired chocolate now, that Russian voice just pops right back into my head. 30 minutes. Expired chocolate? Beer? Yes. Gone. Oh, man. What?
He said it was just after he had chatted with a guy who had just gotten out of
Yeah, that's true. It was a weird day. Okay, it was a weird trip to the convenience store because on my way in there was a guy who, I don't know what it is about me that makes like homeless people or people fresh out of prison approach me and just want to start talking. But on my way into this store, this guy who apparently had gotten out of prison that day walks up to me and just starts talking and is like, "Man, I was in there for like 15 years. Yeah, I was like my sister's boyfriend. Right in the middle in front of everybody. I didn't care. But I just got out and man, the world's changed. Like, this is crazy. This is great." I'm like, wow, really opened up there quick, bro. Told me his life story, and then I walked in and encountered the Russian lady who was telling me the effects of expired chocolate and beer. Maybe it's the beard. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just, yeah. Did anyone tell the military candy and MREs are always expired? Yeah, they should.
We eat those all the time.
Yeah. Candy Thunder was an army brat, and they had MREs all the time. We're at 1352 of 1500, almost there. I'm trying to vamp a little bit so we can get there and bring Caden Thunder on before we dive into the next story. Wooly Pirate Pups, Jamie, Emmy Lou, Miles Griff, Fane, TLS, Frankie J's Mama. Thank you guys so much. Kristen Museum Girl, Jennifer, Lisa Eldridge. Thank you guys for contributing to that. Greatly appreciated. We are close. We are close. Sunshine Ray, it's the beard. It could be. Maybe I just give off a very fresh out of prison or a fresh out of prison or homeless vibe. I don't know. Oh man. The Fugitive, I give the Fugitive vibe, like the bearded Harrison Ford vibe, like he's been out on the lam for a while. Kristen, actually, I have a video on, I think it's on TikTok, but it's also on the YouTube channel that goes through my beard process. We got there. I forgot to turn this on earlier, but I've got this cool little thing that's gonna get used this time. I've got my party light here. We doing it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get like QOD. While we give thanks for the people who contributed to the Tiny Diny goal and bringing Caden Thunder up here, we've got John, Toby Cruz, we got TLS Journey, Pirate Pups, Emma Vassallo, Jenny Sue, Fane, Econ Laura, Mama Jams, Pam K, Josh Inagami, Candy Thunder, Tony Spark, Big Mama TS, Nikki Davis, Beth B, we got Twinkle Saz, Valerie Shadowcat, Piotr Mongau, T Hef, Jill's Round, Black Wolf, Ink Princess, Karina B. Martins, Miles Griff, Siri H79 Iceland, Justina Josfadzi, Gabby Valencia, Alina Cameron, Sammy Baby, Christian Museum Girl, Kiara, Jen here, Rosie Perkins, Beauty T45, Hazel Love, Lynette T. Londra, we've got Lacey Lex, Elle McKenzie, Dylan Sprague, G. Ivy, Little Princess, we've got Caitlin Kiersted, Ms. Mary Living, Brenda Bell, a.k.a. Frankie J's Mama, Anika, and Fly Girl 603. Let me get the new goal set up here, and then we'll bring Caden Thunder up here to just impress you with his levels of excitement. Okay. We've got, okay. Okay, all right. Oh, they didn't bring back the cake slice? I'm pretty sure TikTok got rid of the cake slice, and it's just, yep. Yeah, I agree. Okay, this one is 350 of the donuts. It is a cake donut. It's closest we could get to the cake story. We have another one later for the actual birthday cake, but thank you guys so much for making that happen. Greatly appreciate it. Turn my little light effect off on there. And Caden Thunder, let's bring you on up to say hello to everybody and to chat for a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Thunder. Oh my God, it's Caden Thunder. Step on up there, bro. Hey, you want those?
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay. All right, rest of the show is on you, bro.
What's up? How you guys doing?
Look at that fresh haircut. Let me help you along with some questions here. Hair just like Dad, mini dusty.
My week's been pretty good. I've just been chilling.
What are you doing on a normal day?
On a normal day, I watch some TV. I go to the gym. I chill.
I chill. Favorite ice cream flavor?
I like butter pecan. I also like orange sherbet. I also like chocolate chip. I also like mint chocolate chip. I also like brownie batter.
You kind of got like a Forrest Gump going through the shrimp variations here. Yeah. I like chocolate
I also
chip.
like vanilla.
I like chocolate cookie dough.
I also like strawberry.
chocolate chip and mint.
I also like chocolate strawberry. I'm 20 years old. I'm going to be 21 in 2 months.
Have you watched the new season of Good Omens? What are you watching right now?
I haven't watched the new season of Good Omens, but I want to. I watched the first season like when it came out forever ago, it feels like. I haven't watched the new season yet, but I want to. Right now I'm watching, I just finished Barry. I finished all 4 seasons in like 3 days. Now I'm watching The Righteous Gemstones, which is pretty funny so far. And I'm already on season 3 of that. So I need more shows. The Witcher is really good too. I also finished that already.
Sunshine Ray, you're adult-ish.
I haven't. Thank you. Appreciate it. I haven't watched Twisted Metal yet, but I heard it was good, so.
Twinkle says yes, for sure. On his 21st, we'll
yeah.
Yep, we'll go for it.
Futurama's really good. Yeah, Righteous Gemstones. It's really funny.
Hey, so Candy Thunder has a request. She wants everyone to be able to see what you excited looks like. So for like 30 seconds, just show like maximum enthusiasm. We just want to see what happens. Starting now.
Come on, Kate.
I've watched all of Doctor Who. I really like Doctor Who. I'm excited. This is max excitement. You guys don't even know. Supernatural. I love Supernatural. See? I'm going crazy over here.
Going crazy over here.
Jump up and down.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Supernatural, Doctor Who, both great. All right, anybody who's watched Doctor Who in the comments, who's your favorite Doctor? I gotta know.
Yeah, you've been into Doctor Who since you were little.
Yeah.
Just won Mega Millions. Go.
You just won Mega Millions. Go, 1.5 billion.
My favorite Doctor is the 11th, but I really like 12 too, and 10.
Oh, man.
But 11 was my first Doctor, so I like him a lot. And 10 and 12.
David Tennant.
David Tennant's good. He's coming back. He's gonna be 14.
Libra or Scorpio?
I'm a Libra.
She had you pegged.
Yeah.
Dorothy, she's asking about your eyebrow slice
Oh.
or eyebrow line. I don't know what you call
Yeah, I do. I have like a eyebrow scratch. I
it.
don't
What
know.
do they call it? A scratch?
Yeah, scratch. You know, it's just it adds a little edge. A little pizzazz.
Have you seen
A little
Wednesday?
jazz. I have seen Wednesday. It was pretty good.
You watch Star Trek?
I've seen Star Trek. I do like Star Trek. I like a lot of different shows.
Oops, sorry. All right, I'll jump back in here, man.
All right.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the always bubbling with excitement, Caden Thunder. Oh my God, Caden Thunder. Yeah, it's just here. And you know what? Brady Thunder's really the same way. It's just like so unshakable, which they did not get from me. No, I can be shook. I can be shook. Yeah. No, I don't get excited. Well, yeah, I do. I don't know. I don't get excited about things. I'll react to stressful situations, like in crisis mode. But I don't really fangirl over things. I don't know. He needs to settle down. Christina, hey, Caden Thunder. Christina says that You need to settle down. You need to calm down. You're being too loud. Blank stare. Blank stare from the kid. All right, we're going to go ahead and dive into our next story here. That was 2, right? Yeah, so we're on. Did we skip 3, Tony? Did you pull a 3 or do we have?
Apparently, I don't know how to numbers.
Yeah, it goes from 2 to 4. I thought maybe we just pulled something out, but no.
Wait a minute.
Are we missing something? Oh, it just wasn't on the outline?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my. We would have just skipped over it completely. Here, I got it. Okay, got it. Now it's on there. Okay, this one is not a follower submission. This one is from the AITA subreddit. So this story is, am I the astronaut for not letting friends from out of town stay at my home? My 30 female boyfriend, 35 male, has 2 friends who live in another state. Let's call them Jack and Liz. They want to come visit us in our state with their 4 children, ages ranging from 5 to 10. I live in the downtown area of our city, while my boyfriend lives about 1 hour away in the suburbs. My house is close to where I go to school full time, about a 5-minute walk, and also close to where I work. 10-minute walk to my first job, 10-minute drive to my second job. I live with my 3 dogs, and because of my busy schedule, I have a dog walker come every day to feed and take care for them. When Jack and Liz come to visit with their kids, they are asking to stay at my house. Here's the thing, though. They want me to leave my house so that their family can stay there with complete privacy. I think it is also worth noting that I have never met or spoken to Jack and Liz before. They are my boyfriend's friends, not mine. Also, they are originally from our city, so they have their parents and family members who still live there. They seem pretty wealthy because mostly they seem pretty wealthy. Most wealthy? Words are hard. Words are really hard. We're going to have to lay the hammer down. Okay. They seem pretty wealthy. Did it again. Wealthy. What? They seem pretty wealthy. I'll stop there and then attack the next one so I don't screw myself up. Mostly because they tell my boyfriend that they are. Liz is a stay-at-home mom and has never worked before because Jack has had multiple inheritances from deceased family members and he brags about his high-paying job. They also own about 10 rental properties that they collect passive income from. Believe they bought these houses with the inheritances. Before meeting Jack, Liz also did not work because her family is wealthy and supported her. The thing is, my commute to work and school, I have one or both 7 days a week, is over an hour each way from my boyfriend's house and the suburbs. I already have such long days that changing my commute to be 2+ hours a day, even for a week, is giving me anxiety with all of the stuff I have going on between work and school. Also, I don't have anyone to walk my dogs at my boyfriend's house, and even if I were to hire a dog walker, he doesn't want a stranger having access to enter his house. Oh, well, that's funny. Finally, it would be just really uncomfortable to have to leave my own home, and I am also nervous about having young children running around my house when I am not there and my home is not child-proofed. So, am I the astronaut? My boyfriend seems disappointed in me because I'm not opening my home to his friends, and I am already making a bad impression on them. He also thinks that I am doing this because I am deciding to not like them based on what I know about them, just what I've heard from him. Stuff like they're always asking to use my streaming logins, but keep logging me out. When their dogs get old, they abandon them at shelters so they can make room for new puppies. I do think that this kind of stuff bothers me, but I think that even if they were my own friends making this housing request of me, I would tell them to get a hotel or stay at their parents' houses. Edit. My boyfriend lost both of his parents young when he was 16 and 22, and he doesn't have siblings or much extended family. He considers his friends from high school as his family. I'm trying to be sensitive to his situation because essentially he thinks that I should be more accommodating to his friends since they are his family. Edit 2, regarding their past actions for their family pets, I find it absolutely aberrant. When I brought it up, I've been told that I am out of line because I don't have family or children. My boyfriend thinks any criticism of their actions towards pets is a criticism of them as parents, which, since I don't have kids, I shouldn't be allowed to voice opinions on stuff I don't know about. My boyfriend thinks at least 2 of the abandoned dogs may be attributed towards PPD since they were both within a year of a baby being born. However, I feel the fact that animal family members were the victims, this is still aberrant behavior. Okay. So the one thing that really stuck out to me here, by the way, we're at 221 of 350 for the donuts to get the cake story up here. We're cake storying. Bren says boyfriend is a gaslighting loser. So the one conflicting hypocritical thing that I heard the boyfriend do here was she said OP said that even if she went to stay with her boyfriend and could hire a dog walker to come out, he doesn't want to open up his home to strangers. Interesting. He doesn't want to do that, but he's giving you a hard time because you won't open up your home to strangers with kids who can definitely afford to stay somewhere else. The hypocrisy of it all. Yeah, that's garbage. And you get to call the shots for your own home. And someone making the request for you to leave your home so they can stay in it, if you were offering, it would be one thing. Them making that request, them just initiating that request, having that thought and not waiting for you to offer, the request happening makes them assholes automatically. Also, they've got rental properties. He's got multiple inheritances. She's a stay-at-home mom by choice. Like they're not hurting for money at all. They're using OP's streaming service logins and kicking her out on it. Like they just seem like the kind of people who take advantage of people and don't understand the value of hard work. And that would make sense given how everything kind of accrued here, which sucks. And knowing what she knows about these people already, I'd say no too. It doesn't matter. If I've never met someone, if we're not close friends, if we're not like family members, we've never talked to each other before, like hell, you're going to ask to stay in my home without me there. Sure. 10 grand. You can stay in my house. Why not? Mary's giving the brozo here. For the, is it boyfriend? Yes. For the boyfriend, I would agree. He brozoed pretty hard here and caught himself in a hypocritical, painted himself into a hypocritical corner with his statement about not wanting to open up his home or someone to have access to his home to come walk the dogs. Like what in the world is going on here? Now, OP, NTA, absolutely NTA, which I think we've already declared here. Jamie says, why doesn't the boyfriend give up his house for his friends? It has to do with proximity. Because where OP lives and the proximity to things, that must be where they're wanting to stay. They can freaking get an Airbnb. They can get a room somewhere, or they can make the longer drive. They don't get to make that ask of you. Your boyfriend does not get to be upset with you. And seriously, bring it up and be like, sure, 10 grand. Yeah. Tell them to stay at the pound. No thanks says, can't stand hearing about pets being rehomed habitually. Deuces to the boyfriend. Peace out. I'd leave, Breezely says. Thanks for the stream live, or the stream sharing, guys. Greatly appreciate that. Crush Cart Ronnie, thank you so much for sharing the live. Greatly appreciate it. 50 donuts to go. Less than that one. We've got like 28-ish donuts to go here. Okay. Now, in this story too, let's talk a little bit about where the friends are and where the boyfriend is here. I feel like if you are somebody who is willing to make an ask like that of someone to stay in their home and have them leave their home, they're just like, hey, by the way, we're going to kick you out of your own home so us and our kids can come stay there. We've never met. It's cool. We're really close with your boyfriend, and we would like for you to leave. Also, we're gonna use your streaming service logins and boot you out all kinds of times. We don't need the money. We just we just like to do shit like that. Where does this put them? Let's talk about the friends first. Where do they land here for being able to make that ask of someone and seeing it as reasonable? Hey, donuts. We got them donuts. We will read that here real quick. You know what? I'm going to leave I'm going to leave that up for just a second. Actually, we're going to go over to confetti, and we're going to give thanks on this, and we're going to move on to the next one, the next reward goal, and we'll revisit this story. Don't let me forget, I got to bounce back to the feedback on this story. Okay, TLS Journey, the sarcastic photographer, maybe? It won't let me see the whole name there. Sorry. Lisa Cruz, Pirate Pups, Jen here, Rhiannon Sings, Cruel Intentions, Fane, 86, Ink Princess, Twinkle Says, Jess, Corner Crafts, Josh Enagami, we got Green Eyed Girl, Bobby Joe Crofno, T Hef, Crush Cart Ronnie, Big Mama TS, Mungal, Tony Spark, Ruby Red. Someone will have to come take over for me because I just shat. I have some cleanup to do. Miles Griff, Pam K, Mama Jams, Jill's Realm, Crafts of Paradise, Candy Thunder, Emma Vasallo, Chelsea Stevens, Beth B, Dylan Sprague, Little Princess, Anna Marie Yates, Justina Josephidi, Hazel Love, Piotr Flygirl, Nerdy Aowen, Miss Helene, Pamela Robinson, we've got Maven Loves, Valerie Shadowcat, Kiara, Cheerful Pessimist, and Mel J. Wolf, Tina Nell. Thank you guys so much for helping us hit that, and we will get the next one set up real quick. We've got... Oh, I've never seen this one before. Never seen this one before. See if I can find it. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a cool one. Guys, you're going to get the chance to unlock the Tony Red story here. And it's a brand new gift that we've never used before. This is the Monopoly Go. We've got a goal of 750 of them to get Tony Spark up here reading the story and giving feedback. So, confetti just everywhere. It's just everywhere. Okay. And we'll dive into that cake story here shortly. Let's bounce back to our story here and finish giving feedback. Uh-oh, I've done did it now. I messed up my lighting effect. Okay, back to the story. And now, the rest of the story. The scale, that's where we were. We were talking about where OP's boyfriend's friends should be on the scale. Robin says, ask on one. Sunshine Ray says, I literally just dropped to the floor. But I live in Portland, so... Oh, my goodness. Man, okay. It was really loud. I might have pooped a little. I'm going to have to go check whenever you're up here reading the story. That will give me a good opportunity to go check my pants. It's not just this one thing. I think it's the streak of things, no pun intended. It's the streak of activities that they have had here where they have the gall, the audacity to be doing really, really well financially, but still like take her streaming service login, still ask to kick her out of her own freaking house for free. I think these people generally also what they've done with their pets here, and we don't know the full story on that. There's probably more to it, but whatever. The way that these people are to other people, the way that they treat other people, and basically just expect the world to service them or wait on them hand and foot, puts them for me in AskCon 1 here. These are shite people. You certainly don't want AskCon 1 people staying in your house without you being there. They expect you to just part the seas for them. So what, the kids are going to break all your shit. They're going to use everything you have there and not even think about replenishing any of it because they don't have to. Based on a lot of things, AskCon 1. Now, boyfriend. We know he's a brozo. He got the brozo title already. What else is he here? I think the hypocrisy of him not being willing to open up his own home to let a dog walker walk the dogs, but expecting his girlfriend to open up her home for people she's never met who are assholes. Where does that put him? JP says brozo AskCon 1. Large Beth, the story is that they would habitually just go drop their pets off at shelters whenever they got old to make room for new puppies instead of just dealing with it. What exactly is a brozo, Shannon? It's a bozo, but a bro. Pretty self-explanatory. A brozo. Pam K, there's a reason they don't stay in a hotel or Airbnb. Probably because they'd bust everything up there and then they get charged for it, huh? Yeah. Tina said in Portland we played this game of, was that fireworks, backfire, or a fun shot? Loud noises. Good gravy. We are at 158 to 750 on the Monopoly Go right now. It's a brand new one we've never seen before. I think, man, boyfriend, this is tough. He's definitely a brozo. I'm going to throw him on 2. He could be a 1 because of the hypocrisy here. But I feel like these people are the closest family that he's had. He's lost everyone else, and they are manipulating him, which he's just rolling down the line here. He's at least a 2, potentially a 1. Demon Peepers Danny subscribed and became a member of the Storm for the very first time. Heck yes, glad to have you here. So 2 for them, or 2 for him. Ask on 1 for the friends who are just taking advantage of everyone around them. Also, boyfriend is a brozo, and OP is NTA here. Don't let those people stay in your house. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. And let's go ahead and dive in on the next story here right away. This next story is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Not Wanting My Niece to Be in the Wedding Party? I'm so sorry. It's the cake story. I just got excited there. Cake story. Okay. It's the reward cake story here, folks. Thankfully, Candy Thunder and Tony Spark are here to remind me of what I'm supposed to be doing. On Monday nights, it's just me being completely lost. Right? I'm just wandering around.
Wait, you're live on Monday?
Tony Spark wouldn't know. That's the sweet tea. I found it though. I found it in my passenger seat, and I was like, oh. Sorry. Okay, our cake reward story today is a follower submission. OP, if you're in chat and you want to claim the story, you know what to do. This follower submitted story is, Am I the astronaut for not wanting another homemade cake after what happened at my baby shower? Hey, Dusty, I need a little perspective on this, and I know how much you love cake. Yeah, we do. Heads up, this might get a little confusing. When I, 28 female, was pregnant with my first child, I didn't want a baby shower. I'm extremely antisocial, and just the thought of being the center of attention threw me into a panic. Unfortunately for me, my husband's best friend, Mark, who was like a brother to me at the time, told his mom, Cindy, I was pregnant with a little girl, and she was over the moon happy. She always wanted a granddaughter, but never got one, so she wanted to treat my child as her own grandchild. I found it a little odd, but with both my husband and his best friend's encouragement, I reluctantly agreed. Cindy, Mark's girlfriend, and Mark's sister decided to do all the planning and inviting since I really didn't have any friends in the area since I was from out of state. The shower was being held at Cindy's house. Mark's girlfriend was making the cake, and Mark's sister took care of all the invites and getting me and my husband to the location. Fast forward to the day of, the only people I knew there were my sister, who basically said, "Hi, here's your diapers, now bye." She didn't even stay for 5 minutes. My boss, Mark, and his family. Everyone else were family friends of Cindy's. Even Mark's old babysitter was there. Needless to say, it was extremely awkward, and like my sister, I just wanted to leave, but these people were nice enough to show up and get us the things we couldn't afford at the time, so I put on a happy mask and dealt with it. When it was time for cake, Mark's girlfriend was super proud of the one she made. The shower was Winnie the Pooh themed, so she did her best with decorating the cake as such. OP is in chat, heck. Yes. Tia, thank you for sending the story, and I see you in chat all the time, too, so thank you for sending this in to us. The shower was Winnie the Pooh themed, so she did her best with decorating the cake as such. It didn't look bad on the outside, but when it was cut, batter started to drizzle out. As you can guess, it wasn't even done baking. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give some red flags for that. Mark and everyone else enjoyed it, giving her compliments on how well she did, but my husband and I wouldn't touch it. We both worked in the food industry and knew the potential hazards of eating an undercooked cake. Mark's girlfriend got offended when I asked if she needed baking advice, but I shrugged it off. You asked her if she needed baking advice. Okay. Fast forward to my daughter's first birthday. Mark's girlfriend and Cindy wanted to take over again since I just wanted something small for her first birthday. At this point, Mark and I no longer got along, to the point he openly admitted that he never liked me and was actively trying to get me and my husband to split up. Honestly, I give him some points for at least admitting it, even though finding out hurt like hell. I refused to allow them to take over again, and that if they did want to come, they could just bring age-appropriate gifts like everyone else. I mean, it's not their fault Mark was being a douche canoe, plus my husband was still really close to their family. Love the use of douche canoe there. Mark's girlfriend wanted to make my daughter smash cakes since she improved since the baby shower, but I declined, saying I was going to make it. Instead, I went to Dairy Queen and got my daughter an Oreo ice cream cake. Don't judge, she loved it. Mark, his girlfriend, and Cindy were furious because of that. Mark's sister laughed and said it was cute. Everyone besides my husband and Mark's sister called me an asshole because I wouldn't give Mark's girlfriend another chance. I know it's been a few years, and it's now been a few years, and daughter number 2's first birthday is coming up, which got me remembering what happened, and now I'm conflicted with how I reacted. It wouldn't have hurt anything to have her make a cake, but have a spare on the side just in case it was underbaked again. I find myself wondering if I truly was the asshole in this situation. So, Dusty, I have to ask, am I the asshole for not wanting another homemade cake after what happened at my baby shower? Hell no. No. Asking her if she wanted baking advices. And we might have to do a little bit of this for that, even though it might not have been petty. You're getting the petty confetti for it. That was pretty damn good. Here's the deal. Okay, you know the potential hazards of eating an undercooked cake. That was the last experience you had with the cake that this person made. Now they wanted to make a cake that your baby was going to put in their face and eat and ingest and potentially get very, very sick from. So if it was no before, if before you wouldn't touch it, like hell, you're going to risk that again. If there's the slightest chance that someone could make something that could make your infant child ill, it is a hell no. No, hell no. Your first order of business is to protect your child. And for that reason alone, you get to say no here. Like, you can bring a cake if you want, and like, I'll eat it and other people can eat it, but like hell, I'm going to put anything that you've baked in front of my child, my baby. No. Hell no. Hell no. And I don't know what the deal is with everybody else there that's all pissed off at you for not giving her another chance, but it's pretty easy to say, look, I'm more strict about this with my baby. This is the cake that my child is going to eat. Of course, I'm going to be more stringent on it. No. You bring cake if you want to bring cake. It's not going to be the cake that gets smashed. Not going to happen. The only goopy thing around a cake should have been melting ice cream. Well, and they even got an ice cream cake. That's what ended up happening. Oh, Caden Thunder, I missed your statement here. Here we go. I would have gone Gordon Ramsay on that cake. Hey, I know you say you would have gone Gordon Ramsay on that cake. Would you mind hopping up here for a minute and showing me what that would look like? I need to see what you going Gordon Ramsay on a cake would look like. Come on. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, an impromptu visit from Caden Thunder as he illustrates what him going Gordon Ramsay on this cake would have looked like.
Raw.
Okay. Okay. I feel like if Gordon Ramsay had taken too many downers that day and then been reviewing this cake, maybe if Gordon Ramsay was in a coma and was dealing with this cake, this probably.
Gordon Ramsay in a coma would be more.
Yeah, he'd be more animated than that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, it would have been like, what's that oozing from the cake? What is that? Oh, snap. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spark just passed me a note that said we are so close to being ranked. So Sharing matters. Liking matters. The gifts matter. Everything matters right now. So thank you so much. If you have not shared yet, please go ahead and share the stream. Help us get in front of more people. We got to keep rocking and rolling here. We are so close to being ranked. And we don't mean in like the smelly way, like rank. We mean like in rankings. That other smelly rank is from the confetti earlier where I potentially shat my pants. But we got to get Tony Spark up here to read a story so I can actually go check and make sure. Thank you guys so much for sharing again. Greatly appreciate that. Savannah, Jesper, Summerflip, no thanks, Pam K, Cool Kelly, Snow Lion, Tina, Jessica Olka, Kara Smith, Lisa Eldridge, Jamie, Quack in 1992, Mandy made it, TLS, Miss Sass, Fly on the Wall, Lil P, Christine Brady, Dread Zone, the bigger the gifts, the higher Dusty Thunder rank. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Yes, thank you guys so much for helping us get there. We're making a push here. We're going to make a push for it. I feel like Gordon Ramsay would have gone just absolutely ape seeing an undercooked cake being served to people. Like they're baking mistakes, but I'm not an experienced baker here. Candy Thunder, help me out. There is a test after you think a cake is done. Is it the toothpick? Like you put the toothpick in it, and if it's goopy, you don't serve it. That's it, right? That's the end. Like the baking tip would have been like, hey, you put a toothpick in it to make sure that it's done. Ooh, Candy Thunder makes a terrible point here. She said, what if she intentionally served a raw cake to a pregnant woman trying to be an asshole? I mean, the potential ramifications from that are hardcore. Okay, so Mark, I think that was Mark. Yeah, she's got a whole conspiracy theory cooked up here. Mark, I think was the guy in OP. You're here. Summerflip says we're ranked. We're ranked. Heck yes! Boom, boom, boom. If I can get my party lights back on here, we would celebrate that. I just have to figure out how to do that. That's lightning. We could do lightning too. It's got a lightning mode on it. There we go. Yeah. Halfway to the goal. Nice. We're halfway with the Monopoly Goes here. So we are rocking and rolling. We're 97 and climbing. Heck yes. Thank you guys so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. OP. I think you have a right to be way more pissed than you are, and you have a right to lash out way more than just saying no. I'm not gonna risk my child's safety and health to let you have another chance so you can feel better about yourself. You know what I mean? This is not like a Patrick Mahomes situation whenever a receiver drops a ball and he throws the ball right back to them so they can get over that quickly. It's not, you don't get that kind of grace or that kind of second chance when it comes to the safety of a child. No. Nay. So I don't know how long ago this was, OP. Has anything happened since then? Salmonella cake? Oh. Bleh, bleh. To quote Tony Spark, bleh. Tia says, both Mark and his girlfriend didn't like me, so honestly, I wouldn't put it past them. Ugh, Tia, all of the people that were pissed off because you didn't give her a second chance, those are people that prioritized her feelings over your child's safety. To put it in perspective for you. That's the brass tacks of it, and I think you can give all of those people a middle finger and actually send them an invite to your child number two's first birthday party coming up, but have it not be an actual invite, have it look like an invite, and just have a middle finger on the back. I think that's the way to go. User 973469 was a Rams fan back in the day, but I've always been a Chiefs fan, but also liked the Rams back in the back in when they were actually in St. Louis. Me baking would be a cluster truck. Faux show. How do you even decorate a cake that undercooked, Max and Luna? I don't know. I don't know. But it sounds terrible. It does not sound like a good idea at all. Okay, so now the story that we're going to jump into is the Am I the astronaut for not wanting my niece to be in the wedding party? This is a follower submission again. So OP, if you are in the house and want to let us know, that is all good. We are at 436 of 750 on the Monopoly Goes. Thank you guys so much who are sending those through. Meadow, Gen X Brett, Pirate Pups, A Flower, Candy Thunder, of course, Jasmine, Sayedi Paddock, Beth B, Christine, no thanks, Jay Lee, Zelina McLean, Christine, Pam K, Pirate Pups, Jasmine, Christine, a user 973469, Alina, Melissa Wolf, Mava Loves, Megan Bullock, Lacey Lex, Miles Griff. Thank you guys so much for helping us move that direction. We got to get to 750 to get up here, or to get Tony Spark up here, and he's going to read a story and react to it. And you have one. Oh, you've got your story like reserved to the side here. Let me peek at what it is. I want to peek. I just want to peek. Oh, it's like this is made for Tony Spark. 100% made for him. Okay, we're going to dive into our next follower submitted story here. This one is, am I the astronaut for not wanting my niece to be in the wedding party? Little backstory. I have been with my fiance for 11 years now. We both knew, I think, that we were each other's meant to be match from year one. We moved in together before that first year was over, but we wanted to wait to get married until we were better off financially and better prepared for our life together. He proposed over the holidays, 2022. But we had been planning our wedding long before that through conversations over the years, like who the best man is, who my maid of honor is, who we would invite, what kind of service we'd have, who would officiate. All of this and more was decided before a full day had passed since he proposed. Skip forward 6 months, we have the venue chosen, which includes the ceremony venue and the reception, the food, the bouquets, the boutonnieres, the cake, and more that I can't remember at the moment. We have picked my dress, his outfit, his best man's outfit, my maid of honors, and the flower girls. Therein lies the problem, at least according to my mother. I asked my maid of honor's daughter, age 9, to be my flower girl. I was there at her birth, been there for every birthday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and major life event. Babysat her countless times. She's practically my goddaughter. She knows me, loves me, calls me aunt. My niece, 7. My sister and I have never been close. That's a story for another time. I've only seen her, my niece, at Christmas and maybe 1 or 2 times throughout the year, every year since she was born. Honestly, I barely know the girl. Last Christmas, she actually forgot my name when she was saying bye for the night. This hurts me some because her brothers 14 and 19, I was part of their lives. I babysat them, drove and picked them up from school, took them to the movies, etc. I was a part of their lives, but my niece, not so much. Now, my mother, not my sister, mind you, is asking why I didn't ask my niece to be a flower girl at the wedding. The Renaissance Festival wedding package we chose, it comes with 3 hair garlands. The carriage that will take us from the bridal prep room to the ceremony holds 4. Myself, my maid of honor, our chosen flower girl, and my future husband, aka no room for another person, even a child. Letting or even purchasing my niece a similar dress, corresponding colors or opposite colors of mine, maid of honor's flower girls, I'm totally fine with. Getting her a hair garland, though they are pricey, would be doable. What I'm now considering, maybe they could both be flower girls or ring bearers. Having one drop gray petals on and the other drop purple, having one carry my ring and the other carry my fiance's. However, I'm not sure that I should compromise on this for a few reasons. Firstly, she wouldn't be able to join on the carriage ride, or both of them wouldn't. I just thought it would be fun. Second, the added expense. The dress, even for a child, would be around $250, and the extra hair garland would be $65. Again, doable, but is it necessary? Third, and this is probably the major factor, I don't know if I want my sister to be a part of my day. And if her only daughter were to be a part of the wedding, she would push in other parts too. She'd want to do hair and makeup. She's a stylist by profession. She'd want to say something at the ceremony. She's very big into church the last few years where she does ministry. Or she'd want to officiate. She did at our brother's wedding, and we already have that covered by our friend who I've known for 15 plus years. I just know that she will push in, and I don't want to deal with the fallout and anxiety. I'm already dealing with a lot of anxiety and trying not to pile it on. Part of the reason why we chose this venue was that so much was taken care of and provided for by the package we paid for. Am I the astronaut? Oof. Why? Why, moms? Why? Why do you got to do this to weddings? You know what I mean? Why do you got to do this? We're at 50% of the likes goal, says Candy Thunder. Heck yes, we are. Greatly appreciate that. I got confetti pieces all over here. Yeah, I saw him on the camera. I was like, whoa, looks like I got big old chunky flakes. That's what it looks like. It's confetti. It's confetti. Appreciate it. Yeah. OP. Is OP in chat? Have we seen her? Okay. This is your wedding. No one else gets to decide anything but you and your betrothed. That's it. And even then, really, it's your call. In most cases here, your mom, if somebody is trying to guilt you into something for your wedding, they're the asshole. You are NTA here. And the specific question was, am I the astronaut for not wanting my niece to be in the wedding party? So wanting is a feeling, right? Now, you can't be an asshole for feeling that way, for acting on it, depending on how you do it. You could be, but you have every right to say no here. You filled that slot a long time ago, and you have good reason for doing this, and it has nothing to do with your niece specifically, except that you aren't close with her. I assume by no fault of your own here. You were closer with her brothers, and maybe that was just where you were in life and you were more involved back then, or closer with your sister back then, whatever the case may be. It's nothing against your niece here, but you had that role filled a long time ago. This is going to include additional expense. It's going to be more of a pain in the ass. And at that point, I'd be like, look, Ma, even if you were willing to pony up the additional expense and work a little harder to make up for the extra pain in the ass this is going to be, I would say no, because the potential ramifications of my sister being involved, period. If you're worried right now that she's going to shove in and try to take control of other things, she is. You know what I mean? If that fear right now, just the potential for that opportunity or that problem to exist is in you right now, it's going to happen. And that is way more than enough for you to say no. It's just, there's too much risk involved. And I will not introduce risk into my gosh heckin' wedding day. I will not do it, ma'am. Thank you very much, Mom. Why do moms and future mothers-in-law, why do they use guilt to try to make brides-to-be do things that they don't want to do for their wedding? I do not understand it. Candy Thunder and I talk about this a lot, and you know, there's the female drama side of things that is like long game strategy. I have a really hard time wrapping my brain around. You tell me, Candy Thunder, why would this mom want to guilt her daughter to do something she doesn't want to do on her flippin' wedding day? Control? Okay. Control. Okay, so control. Also, I feel like there's another element to this where mom doesn't want to deal with the fallout from sister not being involved and not getting her way. You know what I mean? I feel like that could be a potential thing here too. Joanne with us for month 2 with the storm. Heck yes. Also, Stacy, Jamie, Jasmine, Candy Thunder, Jennifer, Jasmine, Cruel Intentions, thank you so much. We are at 593 of 750 on those Monopoly Goes. That's a brand new. Ranked 82? Heck yes, let's keep it going. Come on, guys, we got to keep it going. We got to have like Caden Thunder levels of excitement here to keep it going. Hey. That's what he would say. Hey. Look at us go. Cruel Intentions, all I'll tell my future daughter-in-law is save your money and elope, LOL, or have a wedding if you want. It's how they barter peace. Mom's trying to save face. I think that's an element to it. Yep. I think it is an element to it. Jess, good to see you here. Gen X Brat, mom didn't have enough say. Yeah, apparently not. Wanted more control. Cruel Intentions says pretty much do whatever you want and save the money and elope or get a house or something. I think it's smart. I mean, as a celebrant, I will only discuss plans and details with the couple directly for this reason. Me doing me. That is a damn good idea. A very, very good idea. Is it frozen? Am I frozen for anyone else? Okay. Hey, never mind. Every time I hear stories of how much drama people have at their weddings, I'm so glad I eloped. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have any. Did we? Oh, okay.
I love them. Still fun.
Well, I wasn't aware of any drama that we had. Okay, I was aware, but don't remember it. Apparently,
You put it in a lockbox in your brain.
yes, I put it in a lockbox and stored it away. Proud Army Mom 2019 subscribed to become a member of the Storm for the very first time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are at 608 to 750 right now. Hey, Caden Thunder, you mind killing that on that laptop and just if you want to pull it up on your phone, do it off Wi-Fi. I'm getting a lot more warning issues about our connection. We've had a lot of issues lately, so we're trying to kill everything we can to make sure we save all that bandwidth here. Shouldn't I remember that? Maybe. Cruel intentions. Is it the kind of thing that that is like a problem for me to not remember? Candy Thunder, the drama or any issues we had on our wedding day? Oh, it was before. Okay. Oh, like planning and leading up to it. The only the only two negative things that I remember happening on that day were that we did like a clear tent with like lights, string lights all through it, and there was a hummingbird. Was it a hummingbird? Yes. Yeah, there was a hummingbird that flew into the tent and like couldn't get out, couldn't find his way out. And it was really hot, and all the heat was going up to the top of that tent. And I remember Candy Thunder being very upset that this hummingbird was going to die of heat stroke up there, basically. And it was like a big deal. What I did that day,
You told me that the bird got out safely, and then after the wedding, you guys told me that the bird died.
we had to tell her that the bird got out safely because otherwise, she had her makeup and everything done already. It wasn't an option to tell her the truth. And then right after the wedding, we told her what had actually happened. So we had to spare her. And yeah, maybe that's a shit thing to do, but in the moment, strategically, it was what we felt like the right thing to do was. Now we had karma kind of swing back. We got a second chance with that one because we had a hummingbird get stuck in our garage and ended up saving it. Saved it from there. It couldn't get out either for whatever reason. It actually got weak enough to where I had to get up on a ladder and, with gloves, got it, cradled it in my hand, and it let me do that because it had gotten weak enough. And then we fed it sugar water through a syringe. And after like 5 minutes of it actually drinking that, it flew off. So we do. Yeah, we have a picture. We have a picture of me feeding the hummingbird there, the one that we saved. The other thing from our wedding day that I remember is that it may have been heat, it may have been whatever it was, but I ended up with like a crippling headache. And by the end of the ceremony, like in the receiving line, I had to excuse myself for a minute because I had a migraine that was so bad I had to reset for like 30 minutes. But after that, it was fine. It was just weird. That's the only bad things that I remember at all. It was beautiful, and it was a fun time. We have some great photos from it too. Yes, yeah, I know, it is sad. Frozen again. Sorry, we have gotten a couple warning messages up on our end too. Brooke. I thought we could deduce that from the story. Yeah, the hummingbird did not make it on the wedding day. He did not make it. No, I mean, and we didn't have like a ladder tall enough to get up that high. We had no way to save him. Now, years later, the garage hummingbird was saved. That's right. Yes, we made up for it there. We made up for it now. Don't go silent and unmoving. I'm sorry, Kara. Whenever Candy Thunder talks to me, I know you can't hear her whenever she's talking to me, but I have to listen to her. So it just looks like I'm frozen whenever she's talking to me. Sorry. I was just listening. We are at 6:53 of 750, closing in on the Monopoly Go. And Tony Spark has his perfect story ready to rock and roll. We are actually at 57% on our likes goal here. We're at 511 of 550 right now on the VIP members goals. And we are going to do the VIP live after the public live today. And it is going to be me, Candy Thunder, and Tony Spark. And we have a story to read. We actually have a story for just the VIPs to read that will not be posted afterwards. So it's a big deal. We have something very, very cool coming out next week, and it's called the DFHB Club. You've heard us talk a little bit about DFHB before. It means decent effing human being. We've created kind of this campaign theme around it. We've got swag. We've got some video content that we've done for it. And we're saving it for next week because it's birthday celebration week. It's Candy Thunder's birthday. Next Thursday is the actual 1 year anniversary of us starting this channel. So we're going to be celebrating both of those things with DFHB content and on the live next Wednesday. It's going to be a huge deal. And it's going to be fun. I'm excited to show you the video content we've created for it. And there's actually an interactive element to it where you guys can create something for this too. We'll talk about it next week. We are filming the Dusty Thunder podcast this week with Caden Thunder. So expect just wild, off the charts level of excitement for that. Make sure that you're subscribed to YouTube for all of the latest content there. Tony Sparks' podcast is the latest one, and it is up here as well. Do not forget about our partnership with Try Treats. We are doing the Try Treats unboxings every once in a while now, and we have that link up on Linktree. I think it is also in descriptions over on the YouTube side as well, and you can use the code DustyThunder at trytreats.com to save 15% on your first box there. Also, we have Jot Coffee too, and that Jot Coffee discount code is in Linktree as well. We have 728 of 750 here. Don't forget, we have this going on today. Wheel of Thunder will happen. We'll have the top 10 gifters and 4 members of the Storm, 2 new, 2 existing that will go on there during the VIP live. We'll spin it. We will message the winner directly. And it is, if you're in the U.S., we will send you all 3 sticker packs that we have. If you're not in the U.S., we have a discount code for you to use in the swag shop. So there is that. We are at 744 of 750. I'm going to vamp for 30 more seconds so we can get there and have Tony Spark come up and read this story that is just like built for him. Legitimately just built for him. Nikki, Gina, Matt Hattergal, Jess Anderson, Me Doing Me. Thank you guys so much for gifting and sending those through. Greatly appreciate it. Candy Thunder, Jess Anderson, Nikki Bolton, Fly on the Wall, Sky Blade, Viking subscribe for the first time. Welcome to the fam. Glad to have you as a member here. We'll get links to the VIP group on Facebook sent to all of our new Storm members today after the stream here. So Twitch mentions your Twitch. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying here. We hit that goal, too. We'll read this out here in a second. We do have a Twitch channel. And on Monday nights, when we multi-stream, we do stream there as well. I have also toyed with the thought, and I will probably get the side eye from both Tony Spark and Candy Thunder for this, but I have thought, because Twitch is really gaming focused for a lot of the time, the few times when I do jump on a game, it would be fun to be able to stream that and be able to chat with you guys during that process too. It wouldn't be AITA or story focused. It would just be some kind of extra fun thing. Oh God. Yeah, 21 for the third time. That wasn't the smartest comment. Ill-advised. Ill-advised. All right, let me get the light turned back on here. Miles said something in the Monday meeting. I think we had this discussion going on. We do team meetings every Monday morning, and Miles said something that I don't think he realized came out as salty as it did, but came out pretty salty to Candy Thunder. And I just looked at him and I was like, bro, you just stepped in it, man. You just done did it. You do not want to get on Candy Thunder's bad side. Don't do it. Love you, Tater. Mwah. I'm always on your bad side. All right, let me get some thanks done here, and then we're gonna have Tony Spark come over. TLS Journey, Zayeti, Candy Thunder, Fly on the Wall, Mama Jams, AK Mary, Pam K, Pirate Pups, Mel J Wolf, Ruby Redhead, Cerulean Queen, DB Cinder, Twinkle Saz, Sammy Baby, Miles Griff, Josh Inagami, Rhiannon Sings, Alina Cameron. We've got Hazel Love, Tasered Teal, Unholy Tinker, C Sizzle, Flower Girl, Tony Spark, Meadowwood River, Nikki Bolton, Turkish and Anxious, Jenny Sue, Charles T. Megan, Little Princess, Lacey Lex, B. Pines 89, Beth B. Sappy Angel, Crazy Kershaw, Piotr, Sally Barter, Krista Museum Girl, Chelsea Stevens, Dylan Sprague, Mungau, Leo Named Water, Black Wolf, Pamela Robinson and Mabel Loves, thank you guys so much for contributing and helping make it that happen. Let me get the next one set up right quick, and then we'll get Tony Spark up here. Look at that. It had it auto-selected. Whenever the next goal is auto-selected for me, it's like serendipitous. We've got these, and this one will unlock Confetti Cannon and Cake Story. Okay, we've got the confetti set as the next goal here. Tony Spark. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing the one, the only, Tony Spark. Oh my God, it's Tony Spark. I've got your story pulled up for you already here.
Do my best Caden impersonation.
Be super excited.
What's up? Everybody good? I had a great day. All right. So this is a follower submission. And when I saw it came through, I got really excited and I was like, I really hope it's a good story because I really want to read it. So yeah, I will just go ahead and is there any content of me at Taylor Swift? Yeah, there is. Check Candy Thunder 1, right? Candy Thunder 1, her TikTok. We got a cool video of that and we had a blast. It was so much fun. Okay. All right. So this is a follower submission and it is, am I the astronaut for not getting my best friend a Taylor Swift ticket? My best friend, 27 female, and I, 27 female, have been talking about going to see a Taylor Swift concert since March when the tour started. I'd mentioned how badly I wanted to go to the LA show, in which she said she would go with me if we got tickets somehow. She lives on the East Coast and I live on the West Coast. After searching for months for reasonably priced tickets and no luck, we were both sad that it seemed like this isn't going to happen, but we accepted it. At least that's what I thought. Now we are finally at the tail end of the Taylor Swift shows in LA when Ticketmaster opened up the queue for more tickets. I logged in with little hope to find tickets since it is now the week of. But to my surprise, the tickets were low, so I got extremely excited and ran to my husband instantly. I got the tickets. My excitement was over the roof. My excitement was over the roof. I assumed that since it's last minute, my best friend wouldn't be able to come anymore since she would have to book a last minute flight from East to West Coast. My husband would just take her place, in which he was more than happy to come with me and even excited now. Boy, was I wrong. I called my best friend excitedly to tell her how I managed to get tickets. The second I said I got two tickets for my set, and that's okay. Words are hard, and so is this. So, the second I said I got two tickets for my husband and I, she said, "You are effing kidding me." Now, I'm assuming you read that excited, but no, she was downright pissed and it dripped in her words. My husband saw the look on my face change from so excited to confused and upset. She began saying how we have been talking about this for months and how I'm the worst best friend for forgetting about her when buying the tickets. And to top it all off, it's on her birthday. Oof. Rough. It's on her birthday, the show that I'm going to. I instantly felt bad and apologized. My husband offered his, but quickly said never mind because he realized he was actually looking forward to this, especially after I relentlessly play Taylor Swift in the car all the time. I even went as far as to hop back in the queue to get 3 tickets and just resell my original 2, but no luck. Once again, she said, I am the worst best friend, and then we got off the phone. The next day, I'm at work, and out of nowhere, I get a long text explaining how hurt she is about the situation, which I understand, but she also put in the message all the favors she has done for me over the years that I have always showed how much I appreciated, and everything said and done, she ended with, okay, this sentence is all screwed up. Okay, the next day I'm at work, and out of nowhere, I get a long text explaining how hurt she is about the situation, which I understand, but she also put in the message all of the favors that she has done for me over the years that I have always showed how much I appreciated. And this is all effed up. Sorry. This is really hard. Basically, I'm just going to sum this little paragraph / run-on sentence thing up because it's really confusing and I'm not an English teacher, so this isn't working out too great. Anyway, yeah, she's mad because she says, OP says, I show appreciation when she does those things. Anyway, I instantly felt guilty and angry all at once and continued with my work, but I kept rethinking the situation. She says she's hurt, but she hurt me also by now throwing everything at me and failing to remember that I have also helped her out in so many ways. My husband thinks it was already crazy that I apologize and I shouldn't feel guilty for not getting her one. I just want to know, am I really the asshole here? Thoughts? What? Well, I was going to say this. So, here's what I think about this situation. Number one, I'm just waiting for what's about to happen.
You guys ruined it.
Yeah, you guys are really bad at being sneaky. Sorry. Here's what I don't understand about this entire situation. If you are best friends with somebody and you are trying to get Taylor Swift tickets, how are you not communicating with your best friend when you're in the queue to do it? I know when the tickets went on sale, me and my best friends were, like as soon as we were all trying to get in the queue and we were all trying to get tickets, like we were talking about who can get what. Like, why would you not communicate with her and let her know instead of just assume? Because that's what got OP in trouble here, is that she assumed that she wouldn't be able to go instead of saying, hey, I'm going to try to get on the queue when these get released. Would you like to go? Because, I mean, you guys are best friends. You supposedly talked about this. And if she says no, she says no. But you're just assuming that she's going to say no. And the friend is obviously hurt by this. And then when it comes to the husband, I don't know. It's not really clear if he offered it to the friend. Well, we'll see. But what I wonder, though, is if he said that to OP and they didn't tell the friend that. Like, he told her, like, hey, I'll give up my ticket for her. And he's like, actually, I want to go. Or if the friend actually knew that. But yeah, I mean, that's like, I know, and if it was me in that situation, I would be, the first message and phone call I would make would be to my best friend to be like, hey, I'm in the queue. Are we going? If you get tickets, do you want me to get you a ticket and do it? And it was on her birthday. So like, you can make assumptions, but the fact that it's on her birthday, I feel like you should have just gone ahead and been like, I'm going to get the ticket. It's on her birthday. She'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, it's, I think everybody does suck here in this situation. I don't think OP is necessarily, she's not necessarily an asshole. It's just kind of, it really sucks for everybody all the way around. I haven't seen any of these, by the way. I've been trying to look at the camera, Peggy.
Yeah. Hey, look at you. You're doing good. So I remember talking about this story a little bit whenever you first ran across it. And this was one that I could read because it wasn't going to be a blind react for me. And I have a little bit of a different view on it because the first thing that I said was hubby is either an ASCON 2 or ASCON 1 here. And I'm being harsh on him, but I'm being harsh on him for a reason. Number one, he should have recognized the ramifications of him not giving up his seat. Like, it's going to damage this friendship, right? But the fact that he said he was going to give up his seat or give up his ticket and then rescinded it makes him an even bigger asshole. It's like, because it's like he felt like he knew what the right thing to do was and then decided to not do it. Yeah, you're an asshole for that. A bigger asshole because you recognized what the right thing to do was and then decided not to do it. And I think that makes him a bigger asshole for it. And in the very beginning, realizing that this would stress their friendship, this friend is important to his wife, he's got to give up that ticket. It's the right thing to do. It's the chivalrous thing to do. No questions asked, should have done it and just decided not to, even though he knew it was the right thing. So my bullseye here is on hubby. I'm like, you could have been a solution provider to this and just decided not to. For what benefit? Like, what do you gain out of this? Yeah, it's going to be a fun experience, but at what cost?
To be fair, though, to the husband, it's a Taylor Swift concert.
No, Tony's an asshole.
He is.
He could have fixed it. He could have fixed it. He's an asshole.
I need Candy's thoughts on this too. Because, listen, the three of us have been through the emotional roller coaster ride of the Taylor Swift tickets and not having tickets and the queue and the waiting and the concert. And
here's the deal. Here's the deal, though. And before Candy Thunder gives her thoughts, when our fluctuant situation finally presented an extra ticket that would have allowed me to go, without hesitation, Candy Thunder and I, when she told me what the situation was, I looked at her and I said, I think we both know who needs to go. And she looked at me and said, Tony. And I said, yep. There was zero hesitation because we knew that was the right thing to do.
Because they the real MVPs.
we both knew what the right thing to do was. And this guy knew what the right thing to do was and just chose not to do it, which makes him more of an asshole. But Candy Thunder, here, you pop in and tell us your thoughts on this.
Okay. I don't think that the best friend owes her friend anything, but I think that, like, you don't have to give somebody a ticket. That's not your job. Your job isn't to buy somebody else a ticket. But knowing how much it would damage her friendship doing what she did, I think that the OP in the story wanted to take her husband and didn't know how to say that. And so just didn't do it.
Yeah.
She just let the chips fall where they may, and that's what happened.
I mean, it's really just like a lack of communication. Like,
Yeah.
all she had to do was send a text, and if you didn't want to say it, like, if you wanted to just go with your husband, you could have said
Right.
to her,
Yeah, speak up.
you
and
could have
say,
still tried to get her a ticket for,
Yeah.
like, you could have gotten in the queue or gotten tickets at a different
Right.
spot and, like, gone with her. But yeah, I
I
feel like
think-
you owe her that, at least a text, like,
Yeah.
to talk about, hey, I'm in the queue, do you want a ticket?
And if this was me on the other side of the country, I would have probably been like jealous and hurt, but not enough for it to damage our friendship, because I understand, like, wanting to share that moment with your husband, you're married, whatever. But don't just discount your friend out of the equation because she's across the country. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I know that some people don't understand the Taylor Swift type, and that's fine, but they bonded over that. They had that together, and she didn't give
Well, and
the
they've
friend
been
the
talking
opportunity.
about it for months. And it was like, the
Yeah.
fact that it didn't even cross their mind to be like, maybe I should ask her if I can get a ticket that she wants to go to that.
There's last minute flights. You can get
There's,
them.
yeah.
Tony, whenever we talked about this, I said, see, I think that's the difference between a super fan and a regular fan. A super fan, especially for T Swift, would have had that plan ready to rock and roll, would have had contingency plans on contingency plans.
But I think the fact that they were already planning on going to the show and her flying across the country already
right.
Yeah.
for this when they originally tried to get tickets. So that's where I would think, like, it's really confusing to me why they wouldn't have had a conversation. I mean, up until the very last minute of when I found out I was going and not going and going, like, I was in constant, like, me and my two best friends were talking about this all the time of, like, what are we going to do to get tickets? How are we going to get them? So I feel like you would have talked about it, but everybody sucks in this situation.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I ended up going and my two friends didn't, and it sucks, but we're all still friends and it's fine. But so it's all going to work out.
Are
but
you though?
That's a story for another day. Thanks for hitting all the goals, by the way, people.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you coming up and doing that. I need to set the next goal. And that was a cake story, or we unlocked a cake story here, right? Cake story and confetti, yeah. Which two of those confetti cannons are duds, by the way. We tried to do the sneak attack, but the two that we grabbed will not fire. So that's fun.
We're ranked number 55.
Ranked number 55. We're still trucking along here. You guys are awesome. All lack of communication aside for OP and her bestie here, the fact remains that hubby could have solved all of this by sacrificing his seat, and knew that and still chose not to. And that, to me, is a crime. That's like a cardinal sin, dude. You could have done so much good and just decided not to. It sucks. Very, very shitey. Okay, let me get some thanks going on here for this confetti goal. We've got a confetti cannon and a cake story. We did our confetti cannon already and found out we have two duds, so that's awesome. Leo named Water, Nikki Davis, Proud Army Mom, Miles Griff, AK Mary, Pam K, Flower Girl, Sayeti, Pirate Pups, Candy Thunder, Twinkle Sass, Dylan Sprague, and Nerdy Aowen. Thank you guys so much for contributing and making that happen. Let me get the next one set up. Here we have... What is this? Yes, okay. I know where I'm going now.
Freaking confetti on my keyboard's making everything difficult. Doesn't have to be that hard.
Okay. Number of these is confetti. Confetti everywhere. Okay. This will be a cake story and a Miles appearance. So we've got 45 birthday cakes going on here to get Miles up here and to do a cake story. That's where we're at right now. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the love today. I do notice we have a lower number of people hanging out with us today on the live. So again, that sharing is a huge, huge deal. Normally we're up around 1,000. We're hovering around 500 today. Not sure if it's just a weird day or what the deal is, but the sharing particularly helps for us today. We are still ranking though. We're at 55 last we checked. So we're still ranking. Which is a big deal. So thank you guys so much for being here. It means even more since we have some lower numbers today to have you here hanging out with us and supporting what we do and having fun with us, even at the expense of some OPs who have been through shitty situations. And yeah, it's always complicated. There's no such thing as a simple scenario anymore. Everything is just very, very complicated. All right, we've got our next cake story. Oh boy. And this one comes from Am I the Devil? Here's the cake reward story. This is, am I the astronaut for not picking up a cake I ordered because the worker didn't... Reading that again. Tony, you've infected me. Words are hard. Am I the astronaut for not picking up a cake I ordered because the worker didn't acknowledge my kid? I have a 1-year-old baby who's extremely friendly. She'll wave at any and everything, person or thing around, even the dolls and stuffed animals at the store. She'll often get one of two responses. Either someone will wave back or they'll ignore her, both purposely or because they didn't see her wave, either of which is fine. Her birthday party is this weekend and we placed an order for a cake at a local bakery. We went to go pick up the cake and like usual, my baby was trying to wave at everyone. She kept on waving at a particular worker and I could tell she was trying to ignore the baby. Like I said earlier, it happens, so it wasn't a big deal until we got closer. Now her attention is fully on us and my baby is waving again. While I'm digging through my purse to find my card, I just happen to look up and I see the cashier giving my child a dirty look. It lasted for a couple seconds until she noticed I was looking at her and immediately changed her facial expression. It rubbed me the wrong way, and so I decided that I'm not going to be buying anything from them. I told her, never mind, I don't want anything. She asked me what about the cake I ordered, and I told them to cancel or do whatever they want with it because I didn't want it anymore. Anyways, part of the story got around, and most people are saying I reacted too harshly, and that at the very least I should have paid for the cake I ordered in advance. Am I the astronaut? There are two different ways to look at this, and we will play devil's advocate on both sides. We'll look at this from both angles here. We're already halfway through on the cake goal, 24 or 45 already here. We're at 513 of 550 on our paid subs goal here, and we're at 72% on our likes goal. You guys are awesome. I mean, for having about half the amount of people here that we normally do, you guys are crushing it. Thank you so much. As a small business owner, yes, this was an asshole move to do to the small business owner. Here's the shit part. That worker probably wasn't the owner, and their actions. So here's the deal. Bless you. That was a hell of a sneeze right there, boy. Yeah, that's the most excitement we've ever seen Caden Thunder have when he sneezes. The employee that you had that encountered with, you probably should have said something to them, but you not buying the cake didn't take anything out on them. Unless you wrote into the owner somehow after that and explained to them why you didn't place that order, and then it would have been taken out on the specific employee, or a conversation would have happened, or that could have been corrected or improved upon. You punished the business owner for the employee doing something that you didn't agree with. And that sucks. As a small business, that sucks bad. That's a hardcore asshole move. Now, if it was the owner that did that, you would hope that they would have enough sense to know that they've got to treat their customers well, even if it's a baby. Like, you've got to treat everybody well. You've got to be friendly all the time, especially if you're a counter person, you're a front of house person. Customer service is part of the gig here. However, punishing this small business because someone who works there didn't engage with your baby when your baby was looking at them, that is reacting way too harshly. Where does this go here? And I saw some people saying in here that some people just aren't baby people. And yeah, I get that. You know, if Navy Thunder was waving at someone and they just gave her like a dirty look, I might be a little pissed off about it, but I'm not going to abandon the cake that I ordered about it. I'm just going to be like, well, that person was. What if that's just her face? Candy Thunder says. She could have RBF. I'm gonna have to put microphones at the desks over there so people know when you're talking. and can actually hear your feedback on this too. Or
We need a mic in the producer.
I can run a mic over there. It would be easier because they have no idea what you're saying. They just see me looking over here and then trying to reiterate. She says, what if she just has RBF? What if that's just her face? And yeah, that absolutely could be the case. In general, like you can't expect the world to love your baby as much as you do. You can't. And you can't punish people who don't step up and like engage with your kid. I would wish that everybody that Navy Thunder waved to and smiled at would smile back and wave, and the world would just open her up, or the world would open up to her with happy, loving arms and welcome her and every step of the way. Unfortunately, the world is a pretty shitty place. And when these kids get older, they're going to realize that. They're going to get exposed to the real world at some point. You cannot shelter them from that. She's going to get dirty looks as a kid at some point here. You cannot shelter her from that. It's going to happen. It sucks. That's real life. Some people aren't baby people. Some people do have RBF. The fact that this small business was punished because of this isolated encounter and we don't know what that person's issue was, that sucks. That sucks bad for the small business. We're small business owners. We feel pain whenever any kind of small thing happens, so we get it. But as you would hope that the person the employee who was working the front counter, which by the way, if this exchange was limited to that and there wasn't like a message or an email or something afterward explaining it for the owner to know what really happened, the version of the story that the owner gets is this lady was in line and just decided that she didn't want to buy the cake that she had ordered anymore. It's like, I think she couldn't find her card or something. They have no way of knowing that it's because of the exchange or because of the look that this person gave your kid. They have no way of knowing that. So you're punishing the wrong person here. That's the shitty part. Where does it put them? Where does it put OP here? Could have done it differently, should have done it differently, definitely shouldn't have done that, or you're a terrible human. This is not an evil thing. It's not evil. There's a difference between being rude or mean and just not interacting with your kid. I mean, she did say that it gave him kind of a dirty look. And I mean, what does that qualify as? That's hard to define. We've got 3s, we've got 2s, we've got 2.5, we've got a 4 here as well. Needing both sides to decide where they are on the scale. That's never going to happen. I mean, the unfortunate truth about what we do here is that we are only ever going to have one side of the story. I say that, but we have had a couple recently where we actually got both sides, which has been really cool. But for the most part, we have to do what we have is what we have. We cannot wait for the other side of that story to come in before we make a determination, because we'd be waiting forever and there would be no point to doing what we're doing here. So we've got this side of the story. What'd you say? Come on, if you want to jump in, come over here.
No, in the story, there isn't another side of the story because the girl doesn't even know what happened.
Truth. Candy Thunder says in this specific story there is no other side, because even the worker there probably has no idea what happened, has no idea why she canceled the order. The business owner sure as shit doesn't know. So yeah, there isn't really another side to give here. And even if the worker did try to explain it afterwards, she doesn't know the full grasp of everything here. And even if she does, she's not going to pony up to it. So there's that. This isn't an evil thing. It was a definite overreaction. And for that, I'm going to go with a 2 here. It was a definite overreaction. The wrong person was punished for someone else's actions or inactions. It was all an overreaction. Should not have done it. Customer service face versus RBF. Yeah. And I mean, unfortunately, I don't know if you guys have been out in public recently, but in 2023, what was the standard for customer service before is not the standard for customer service anymore. It's a different world out there now. And it's not a lot of shiny, happy people everywhere you go. You're more likely to get somebody telling you how much they hate their job when you get up to the counter than you are to get a smile and be treated well anymore. It's like, that's just the way it is now. So we just have to get used to it, I guess. Plus you wasted a perfectly good cake, Nikki. Yeah. Okay. You punished the small business owner, but you also punished the cake. What are they going to do with it? Going to try to resell it to someone else? Going to give it away? Going to throw it away? The cake was punished. This perfectly good cake that never did a damn thing to nobody except look beautiful and be delicious never got its chance to shine. Probably got trashed afterwards. Yeah, the cake was for. Well, I'm sure that OP ended up getting a cake somewhere else, but not this delicious local bakery cake that was baked with love and probably smiles and waves. Protect the cake. Look at that. All the protect the cake emotes coming out here. You got to protect it. You got to do it. 33 of 45 on our cake goal right now, which will open up another, is it a cake reward? Cake story and Miles appearance. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. So we got through that one. I think you have to look at it at some different angles here. However, it's just tough. It's tough. And you're not going to be able to protect your kids from especially customer service. The direction that it's going, it's going to get worse before it gets better. So you might as well just get used to it. It was a local bakery, Leah. So I think the assumption that it's a small business is pretty safe because she said local bakery. Demon Peepers, Danny, I keep tapping my way right out of the live. Well, damn. Thank you for the, thank you. Candy Thunder's like, I do it so many times too. Apparently, that's one of the costs of doing that, apparently. We're at 80% of the likes goal, though. So, heck, no, 80% of the cake goal. We're at 76% of the likes goal right now. You guys are flipping awesome. We've got a couple more stories to go through here. I'll go through the last follower submission. It is 5 o'clock, I see, but we'll push through at least that last story here. Okay, the next story that we've got here is a follower submission. OP, if you're in chat and want to claim your story, by all means, do it. Also, if you're an OP that I emailed and we end up not getting to your story, we will put it on the docket for the next Wednesday live. So just hang on to it and come back to the next one. Okay, this one is a follower submission, and it is, am I the astronaut for taking my roommate's dogs to the pound and not telling him? Start right off here. Backstory, I, 38 female, have lived with my roommate, 50 male, for 7 years. He has rented a room for me the entire time. After COVID hit, he was in and out of jobs, and due to that, I was very flexible in when he paid his part of the bills. We split the household bills 50-50. After COVID, he was still jumping from job to job for no reason other than he got too drunk to show up and kept getting fired. After a year of him not paying his rent, I got fed up. A year. Wow. And told him he either needed to get and keep a job and get fully caught up. He was approximately $10,000 in the hole to me, or he needed to be out by a specific date. I was so fed up, I was willing to chalk up all the money for him to just be out. Side note, over the years he lived with me, he acquired 3 dogs. Of the 3, one of which he had put down for no reason other than he had convinced himself she was sick, which she wasn't. He took her to a shady vet that didn't ask questions. The second he adopted from the pound during COVID because he wanted a playmate for the first dog. Then the third he took in from a friend as an until they found a new apartment situation, and that turned into, oh, we decided not to, so she is yours now. I personally had 2 dogs of my own. His first dog, a Doberman, and one of mine, Mutt, were best friends and played together all the time. When he got the second dog, a pit bull, he didn't introduce him to the existing dogs properly, and a blood brawl happened with my other dog, also a mutt, so we started keeping them separated. As for the third dog, she was afraid of everything, so she separated herself. Anyway, back to the story, my roommate decided that I was just joking and wouldn't actually kick him out. So even though I continuously stayed on his case about job hunting, when he was going to pay me, etc., I even started asking if he had found a new place to live as the time drew closer to the date I gave him. He still didn't do anything to attempt to get caught up. So when the day finally came, he just happened to stay at a friend's house the night before. I had the locks changed and texted him to come get his belongings, as I had put everything neatly in the garage in boxes and garbage bags. He never came, and he has not texted or called once. I already live paycheck to paycheck and feed my own dogs before I feed myself most weeks, and now feeding his 2 remaining dogs has made it even harder. So, because the pit is reactive to all dogs, I didn't feel like I could rehome him on my own, and all the rescues in the area were full up. I took them both to a no-kill shelter after 30 days. He hasn't contacted me, and I messaged him that he had till the day before I took them to come get them. Well, a week after I did, his sister called to say she was coming out to get the dogs and his stuff. I told her the truth, and now his whole family and some of his friends are blowing up my phone, and someone even called animal control on my dogs being vicious. They don't leave my yard, and both are afraid of their own shadows, so the animal control guy just laughed. I felt I did the best thing for his dogs, one of which was already adopted. So am I the astronaut for taking the dogs to the pound? Oof. Man, that's not a fun situation to be in at all. We've got some NTAs here. We've got some everybody sucks here going on. We've got it's NTA and EASH kind of is the way to go here. Nope, he went MIA. Roommate's the ask on one. Yeah, roommate definitely is. Roommate definitely is. We can send him straight there. He abandoned them. Straight up abandoned them. Just left him behind. And even when somebody reached out to come get him, it wasn't even him. Like, he couldn't even do that. He had to have somebody else do it. And yes, she did give him notice. Bryn says it's a no-kill. He can get his remaining dog. I know a lot of people have strong feelings about shelters, whether they say they're no-kill or not. It's still being a risk. I agree it's a risk, but what choice did she have? I don't think he left her a choice at all. He abandoned them. Something had to be done. She did the best thing that she could. NTA for OP here. I don't know that anything could have been done differently here. I really don't know. I don't know that it could have been done differently at all. Dogs were better off. She had no choice. Dogs are better off, getting rehomed, yeah. And says you tried everything reasonable to work with him and failed. Yeah. How long would they have survived on their own without their human? Not long. She was given no choice and did the best thing that she could. Also, gave this dude a year before finally speaking up and being like, okay, here's a deadline on this. We have to do something about this. This is not going to work out. Hey, something before we start wrapping up here, because I noticed it wasn't in my notes to talk about yet. These new art pieces came in here, and Jess, the artist who was on chat earlier, may still be, sent this into us and sent a whole bunch of other stuff into us. We did an unboxing video that we'll have posted at some point here, but Jess Corner Crafts on Etsy has stuff like this that is really stinking cool. This is the glass one, and words are astronomically hard is what this says. Also, there is this Ask on One thing here too. It's super stinking cool. Thank you so much for sending that in to us, Jess the artist. And again, it is Jess Corner Crafts on Etsy who has that stuff too. So thank you so much. And we will post that unboxing video at some point here. We did meet that cake goal, so let's go ahead and get some thanks thrown up for it. Let me get my special light effect started here. Nikki Davis, T-Last Journey, Pirate Pups, Pam K, Tony Spark, Josh Enagami, Twinkle Saz, Just Kim, Mama Jams, T-Hef, Sayedi, Cerulean Queen, Little Princess, Fly Girl, Flower Girl, Ann M. Bracker, Cruel Intentions, and AK Mary. Thank you guys so much for making that happen. We'll go ahead and bring Miles up if he's still around. We'll have him chat with us for a second. I won't set another goal up yet since we're getting ready to close out and pivot over to the VIP live. But Miles, come on up, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Miles Griff. Here you go, mate.
I'm going to go no headphones this time. How's everybody doing? Did you scroll up in chat, Dustin? Oh.
Probably.
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
I'm doing pretty good. Oh, now I'm being asked what I do on a normal day. Usually wake up, come here, get tortured by this guy for a while, and then I usually, I don't know, I play a lot of disc golf, so I usually go do that after work, but I also just... I'm so glad I looked over to my right before you pulled that.
Candy Thunder says to explain how much you hate crickets.
I despise them, and I'll explain why. It has nothing to do with like me actually hearing them in the office or anything. It's when I'm editing and I can hear them in your videos. That pisses me off.
It ruined a good story Monday night.
Yep.
Story, it was ruined because that cricket the whole time was like crying over the sad heart transplant story.
Yeah.
I was actually just looking for one before I came over here to get on the stream and discovered that I think they're literally in our walls. So yeah, I hate them.
We're gonna fix it.
Google
We
a
can
spider
edit-
cricket.
We can edit the cricket noise out. Glasses, where'd you get them? Bren wants to know.
Where'd I get my glass? I get all my glasses at zennyoptical.com. I don't have a code because I'm not sponsored.
Okay.
But
Lisa Sparks, welcome to the storm. I had to like yell it from off cam here. First time sub, Lisa, yeah.
for those wondering, my name is spelled with a Y. I see a few people asking.
But why?
I think it was because I was born in that age where my parents were trying to be funny and quirky with their kid's name, so they just threw a Y in there instead.
But why? I'm just being funny.
I know.
Me and Dad joking. Candy Thunder's not. She's not amused at all.
What's
No,
my
I
favorite
get
ice
that.
cream? I do like a good caramel anything I like, but I think my favorite is like coffee ice cream with caramel drizzle. Because you kind of get that perfect blend.
Caramel, coffee and caramel. Is that what you said? Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh yeah.
That sounds very good. Hey, tell you what, let's do this because that gift goal.
Get out of there, confetti.
Because that gift goal was for a cake story and a Miles appearance. I'm going to pull that cake story up, but Miles, let's have you read it. Are you?
I can try.
Oh, it's a long one. Can you read quickly? Here, I'll do it. We'll do this another time. So this is a long one, and we're at the very end here.
stream. I'm dyslexic. So.
It's less dixic, Miles. It's less dixic. It's dyslexic, but yes. Okay, yeah. Candy Thunder doesn't always appreciate my dad humor. I just get this look. Channeling Alexis, she says, yeah. Oh man. Can you read Golden House of Black Comedy? No, not can you read. Can you read fat? Yeah, you know what I mean. It's more of a speak. Can you narrate quickly? I guess that's what I should have said.
I think it was pretty well proven that I could read. I was reading chat.
Yeah. If that's what I asked, that's not what I meant to ask. Can you read? Yeah. Okay, this is the follower submitted cake reward story that was unlocked here with that last goal, so let's dive into it. This story is, am I the astronaut for spitting on my birthday cake? Oh. I feel like a birthday cake has been disrespected here, if it was intentional. Well, I didn't because it's after 5. But I can, if Tony Spark is calling a timeout so I can go through and set up the new goal here. I intentionally didn't before, but I will do it now. I'll get it. Just something to carry it through here. We're carrying it through. So we are going with lightning bolts to carry us out here for the end of the stream. We are at 85% on our light goal here too. So I know it's about half the people that are normally here, but you can just keep tapping away. We greatly appreciate it. Greatly. Okay, here it is. Am I the astronaut for spitting on my birthday cake? I know I'm being dramatic and a bit crazy, but am I the a-hole? The story begins 2 years ago when I married my husband. We had been together for 7 years and already shared a home and 2 lovely littles with a third on the way when we decided it was finally time for us to tie the knot. Everyone told me, don't get married. Things will change when you do, but I knew my man, or I thought I did. And I was confident that married life would be just as much of a fairy tale as dating life. As soon as we were married, he stopped helping around the house almost completely. Yes, I was pregnant, and yes, I was taking care of both kids, entertainment, mealtime, bath time, bedtime, bad dreams, and more, all by myself. Start that off here. I was also cooking, cleaning, making all meals, doing all the laundry, taking out the trash, and mowing the yard. Yes, still pregnant. When I say this man shut down, I mean he shut down. He lived on the couch playing video games. Over the course of the last 2 years, we had our ups and downs. His laziness and lack of help had not really improved, but we were trying to work on things. We'd been seeing a therapist for about a year, and I sometimes felt like it was helping, but other times, like my birthday, I wondered why I was still trying. My 32nd birthday recently passed. I didn't ask for much. All I wanted was a nice dinner out without the kids and an Oreo ice cream cake. I told my husband this and asked him nicely to get a cake and make a reservation for us. He agreed and assured me that he'd take care of it, and I, trying not to be naggy, left it at that. The morning of my birthday came and went, and while he wished me a happy birthday, there was not so much as a word from him about dinner. I've been working hard at not undermining or micromanaging him, so I said nothing. Later, when we both arrived home from work, still he said nothing. Finally, I asked him if he had any plans for dinner. He barely looked up from his video game to say, "Oh yeah." I asked if he had a sitter for the kids, and he told me to call my mom. At this point, I was already livid, but was so determined to not let him ruin my birthday. So I called my mom to watch the kids for a few hours. My husband drove us to our local Mexican restaurant, where he did not have a reservation, so we waited 45 minutes to be seated. I should also note that he did not have an Oreo ice cream cake. We ate our meal mostly in silence, and I excused myself to use the restroom. When I returned, there was a piece of chocolate cake and a scoop of ice cream waiting for me at the table. Now, maybe I should have been grateful that he made this tiny, minuscule effort to inform our waitress that it was my birthday so she could bring me a free dessert. However, at this point, I honestly felt like our waitress had made more of an effort to celebrate me on my birthday than he had. I was livid. I sat down, trying to decide what to say to him, but before I could even say a word, he casually reached across the table with his spoon and took the first bite of my cake. And that was it. I flew off the rails. I began yelling at him right there at our table. Everyone had turned to look at us, but I didn't care. I yelled about how lazy he is and about how little effort he puts into everything, especially our relationship, and finally about how he couldn't even let me have the first bite of my own shitty birthday cake at my shitty birthday dinner that I basically planned myself and drug him to. I stood up, spit on my cake and ice cream so he couldn't eat any more of it, and left the restaurant alone. Now, I know for a fact that he is an asshole in this situation and that he deserved every bit of beratement and embarrassment that he received that evening, but I do feel a little bit bad for causing so much of a scene and for spitting in the cake and ice cream. I truly meant no disrespect to the restaurant or the staff. I know it made me look like a child throwing a temper tantrum, but does it make me an a-hole? Wow. Booked coffee tea. The way I would have launched myself over the table at him. I wondered if that's where this was going to go. She was like, as soon as he reached over and took that first bite of my ice cream, I snapped. And I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Flipped to the table. No, didn't get there. I mean, still had a big reaction, but it wasn't quite as WWE as I thought it was going to be. No. Not the asshole here. Dude. I mean, the number of times I had to hit the red flags button here because of dumb shit that he did, because he is absolutely 100% a brozo. What is he doing? Also, I don't understand behavior pivoting on a dime right after getting married. Like, I don't understand marriage being the trigger that changes someone's personality. I do not understand it. Like, why would he go from being super helpful and super involved to super not just because he got married? What? Was there some kind of clause in the contract when you got married that said you got to do that shit and just put all the work on your wife? I do not understand it. And the level of disrespect that he showed to you here by not honoring any wishes at all and putting no effort at all into anything is horse shit. And the way that he's choosing me time every time and just choosing to play his video games all night, every night, instead of helping with kids, instead of doing anything with you, is horse shit. Me time is a necessary thing every once in a while to keep you sane. It is not a necessary thing for him every damn night, to the detriment of his relationship with his wife and his kids. Like, he's got to get his priorities straight here. I have a feeling that he's probably more concerned about his KD ratio in Call of Duty than he is the quality of his relationship with his wife. That's a problem. NTA. And I would be taking a serious look at this entire relationship and somehow causing him enough pain to wake his ass up, because it's not going to get better until he experiences enough pain. And maybe this exchange was it. Maybe this exchange was enough pain for him to be like, shit, I've really stepped in it. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Brozilla. I like it. I like it, guys. You got a new one here, Nikki. Brozilla. That's wild. He doesn't have to try anymore. In his mind, he's got her legally, so he can do whatever he wants now. But there's a thing called divorce. There's a thing called falling out of love. Like there's all kinds of bad things that can happen when you intentionally stop trying in a relationship. It's nuts. Hey, let me give some thanks here before we close it out. Candy Thunder, Sally, Alina, Annie Butcher, Alina again, Natalie, Nikki Davis, Allie, Julia, Goober, love the name, Lisa Sparks, Miles Griffiths, Shy, Nikki Davis, Jess the Artist, Sally, Ink Princess, Pam K. Thank you guys so much for contributing, and everyone else who gave today. Rebecca, aka Ribes, you as well there, Shy, Tony Spark. Thank you guys so much for all the love. TLS, Zoombelly, you guys are awesome. We had a small group today, but you guys just killed it for us, so thank you. 43. I was just going to ask where we were ranked.
I think we got to 41.
Oh, we got to 41 and we backslid. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I'm sure I screwed something up.
Push that car.
I'm sorry. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We will, again, next week is a big week for us. So make sure that you put on your calendar to be here for the next Wednesday's live, because it is Candy Thunder's birthday. It is the 1 year anniversary of our channel, and we're launching the DFHB content. So be on the lookout. Make sure that you put it on your calendar and you're here for it. As always, you guys are awesome. Hey, Mama Bird the Third, we hear a lot of this. We hear about not getting alerts whenever we go live. We hear about it a lot. We have put on our website, if you go to dusty-thunder.com, and if you go to like the content page where it talks about all the content, there are a couple of calendar events that you can subscribe to that will give you notifications separate from TikTok. And it automatically adjusts for your time zone as well. That's the good thing about it. So we don't trust the notifications that come through there. We hear of all kinds of problems with everybody. So if you go to our website and sign up, subscribe to those events, you'll get the notifications about when we're going to go live at the same times every week. So it's Monday at 10 p.m. Central and Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central. And I highly recommend doing that. Dusty-thunder.com. There is a page called like all the content. And if you go down to the live streams, there's buttons where you can just hit those and subscribe to them. Will this be loaded on YouTube because I missed most of this live, Carol? Yes. Yep. We will upload this one. I know I forgot to do last week's until a couple of hours ago. So last Wednesday's is up there now too, as of today. And this one will be, we'll upload it tonight and it will publish tomorrow. So we're going to flip over for the VIP live, and we do have a story to read for that. So give us about 10, 15 minutes. Whoa! Hey, 100% of that 750K likes goal with about half the crowd that we normally have. So you guys did double the work today. Look at you. You're all amazing. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in 10 to 15 if you're one of the VIPs. If you're not, you can still sign up in between now and then, because we do have a very special story to read that isn't going to be posted afterwards. You guys are amazing. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Mwah. 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 Still confetti falling down from everywhere here. We'll see you in just a few.